Hello, everyone. What's going on? My name is Timpedia, and welcome back to the TNT podcast. I believe this is episode 9.
That is correct.
Yeah,
Episode
man.
9.
We are here to bring you your day early dose of entertainment and podcasting.
Yeah.
I'm here with my two co-hosts as usual, Tyler and Andrew Friedman.
Good to be
Say
here.
like both
As
ways
always.
because I say both back and forth anyway. So, Friedman, recent co-star of Magic Monday season 3.
This season's opponent,
The season's opponent.
New
The
challenger
season's
has
big
appeared for this
bad.
season.
the rival.
Until Luigi makes like a guest appearance like Gary does later in the show.
That's right.
What do you mean? I made a guest appearance on this week's episode.
You're like when Brock
That's
comes
true.
back for an episode.
Yeah,
what happened.
exactly. Hey,
Yeah,
Brock,
I was just
hey, Ash, I'm
there.
going to solve all the problems and then say
Let me
goodbye.
just chime in during your shitty ass fight while you lose.
Yeah, I mean, that was me. That was basically me.
Yep.
It is
All
true.
right.
Anyway, let's get to the actual podcasting.
Yeah.
We're going to start off with something we talked about just a week or two ago, I think. But the Castlevania anime released since last week, I believe. It was like last
It was-
Friday.
It was on Friday. It came out.
Yeah.
And we
What is a
actually
man?
all saw it, which is really
In-
cool.
independent.
But a miserable pile of... I'm upset he didn't say that.
That would have been maybe in season 2, dude. So that's the actual
maybe,
news
yeah.
story here is that with like day and date of, they announced that there would be a season 2 and it'd be twice as long as season 1, which is good because season 1 is short. It's like shorter than a movie.
Yeah, you could treat it like a full-length movie, and honestly, with the pacing, I think it should be treated like a movie.
Yeah, it's
It was
the-
made for watching in a binge.
podcast I was listening to today. They mentioned it, and the guy basically said, "Oh, I love ovas." I'm
Who
like,
Oh,
said,
yeah.
who said that?
Huh?
Who said I love ovas?
Well, he didn't say he loves ovas, but he said he basically compared it to an ova.
Oh, good lord.
Good, because
But it
most
is
of
basically
is
an
suck.
OVA. Yeah, well. No, but it is it basically is an OVA, but maybe at the end during closing we'll talk about it, but just general impressions, I think pretty good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
I
thought we were
enjoyed
gonna do I thought we were gonna do a bigger discussion right now, unless we want to save it to the end.
Oh, I don't want to okay, fine. We'll set a spoiler timer to just skip into the podcast. So, we'll I'll time code it on YouTube, or we'll just
Fine.
kind of
Yeah.
skip around. You'll find it. People who are listening to this podcast are probably smart enough to do that. So, we'll just start spoilers here, and we'll just switch topics, and I'll try to put it in the time code. So,
Okay.
spoilers time. I still think it was pretty freaking good, actually.
Yeah.
We were just browsing through Netflix, and Val was like, "Oh, the Castlevania thing came out," and I just said, "Do you want to watch it?" And we just sat down and watched the whole thing, and now she already wants to cosplay. She wants me
Jesus.
to be Trevor Belmont, and
Oh,
honestly,
man.
his getup underneath that way too big coat is really cool.
Dude,
Yeah.
coat was so cool.
That coat was... It was too big, but I'm like, it's still pretty cool, though. I like it.
Val made the
Yeah.
perfect comparison. You know what it is? It's Jon Snow season 1 coat.
Yeah.
Basically.
That's the exact thought I had.
So to go into it for a minute, the only thing that I didn't really like about the show, actually, I think the story and everything needs to wait to be judged, but overall it was good for what it was so far. The only two negatives I have was I didn't love mostly the woman from the last 2 episodes, her voice actress. I didn't love
I don't know
her.
why she sounded like Hispanic, but no one else in her family did.
Well, but she.
Yeah, what was the deal with
I
that?
don't-
It like threw me for the weirdest loop when
She
she
had
got like
such a weird
unfrozen,
accent.
and I was like, "What the?
Like,
What?
who are you? Like, you don't
Yeah.
sound like you belong here,
Whoa, what are you trying to say?" I'm just kidding.
Tyler.
I'm
It's
kidding.
not my fault. Everyone else in the show sounds like they belong in Central Europe,
No,
and she
I
doesn't.
get what you're saying. Yeah, yeah.
No,
which
but-
which is interesting because they had that right. They had that feel, and then she came through, and it's like, but you
You don't
say
really
that this
fit
person's
here.
your father,
Yeah, this is- no,
or
your
grandfather,
But
grandfather.
he
or
sounds,
whatever.
but he's like not even
Yeah.
remotely like you.
Yeah.
The start with Dracula was fantastic.
Oh, the beginning of the first episode was really good.
The
Oh,
way
yeah.
they lead into the show, where it seems like it's going to start so differently, where she's going to go in, and then it's going to, like, that's just the start, but then it just actually jumps forward to the end of it, and that's kind of where the story begins, is the end of the wife's story. And
Yeah,
that
I wasn't
was,
expecting
that was
them to
really
fast
good.
forward like that, which
Yeah, I
is
wasn't
good. I
either.
liked it though.
No, it was really cool, and the whole fire thing.
It was
He's talking in the
beautiful.
fire. That was
You have
really
1
good.
year, and man, when he said he was gonna fuck some shit up,
Dude, he does.
He wasn't lying.
I wasn't ready. I'll
Dude,
tell you right now, I wasn't ready.
No, you know what I wasn't ready for? For Trevor's first fight with those two priests in the alleyway.
Oh my god!
Oh yeah.
He cracks the whip, and that guy's eye is just.
His eye's gone. His eye's gone, dude. Welcome to
That was
Berserk.
good.
Dude, that was intense. I thought that was fantastic, but
That was really good.
to go to broad strokes for a second, because I know this is what we wanted to talk about because we sort of touched on it off camera.
Briefly in the chat.
About the animation, I love the movement, choreography during fights, and the fluidity of the motions. Like in that final fight in episode 4, that whip move where he like grabs
Oh
it and
my
tugs it to the side and it
Dude.
like cracks.
Yep.
That was beautiful.
That was
great.
that fight
That
was
was-
fantastic. The lighting is also beautiful.
Definitely.
It seriously pops. It makes everything look great, and especially like the fire effect in that first episode, and the fight against the Cyclops is also beautifully well lit. But either the animation, like the character drawings themselves.
It's almost like when
it's
they're
the character
static.
designs that I feel like you're having a problem with.
But it's not-
but also the static. I want to bring that up too.
Yeah,
but
the static like movements that they're not like doing.
It's like
You're,
the
like,
characters
staring at
could
them.
look. Maybe it's not enough detail, or maybe they're just kind of flat.
So the
but-
problem was they drew the faces with a lot more detail than you'd see in like a normal anime, but they didn't move them at all during talking sequence. It was limited to mostly just the mouth and sometimes the chin. And I know what's his name? From the Angry Video Game Nerd. He did a video on this thing. He had basically the same thing to say, that if there was a scene where two people were talking, literally nothing else was moving on screen. It was very jarring because of the animation style.
Yeah, that's how I kind of felt. Like I felt that sense of like I'm feeling like a weird
It's kind of like an
disconnect
uncanny valley
between-
thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what I was feeling.
Yeah, it was enough to make me disconcerted, but then I totally forgot about it during the fight scenes.
The fight scenes were, because they were
Good.
they were definitely a lot different, and they were really really good.
You know what
Like,
else was
those are
good?
the value that I want from other.
So
animes.
Freeman, I actually I kind of half listened to the AVGN review today because there was a massive thunderstorm for like 20 minutes here just as I was getting ready to leave work, and I just
the
listened
Planet
to
of
it
the
while I
Apes
was having-
one.
It was really freaking big storm, but oh yeah. But I heard him mention the oh my god, I just had it. Oh, how he didn't love Trevor's character because he curses a lot. Or no, that was the podcast. The podcast I was listening to mentioned that he kind of curses a lot, and they didn't really like that. I can understand if you're a big Castlevania fan, he's not like clean cut enough, but I loved Trevor.
Yeah, he
I thought
wasn't your
Trevor was
typical
my boy.
Belmont
He was
character.
awesome.
I understand what they say about the cursing side, but there was one part where he had like 4 sentences in a row where he said fuck twice in each sentence, and at that point I'm like, what are they doing with the script? But after that point, he was fine again, but he had like one part where it was every other word, and it was a little annoying. So they probably picked up on that.
I mean, if they change that just a little bit, I can understand it. But honestly, it wasn't enough to really like get to me.
Yeah,
But
I was indifferent about it.
Yeah, same.
He was just such a cool character. Like, he didn't want to flout. He's not like, oh, look at me, I'm a Belmont, I'm so tough. He's like, nope, I just want to get drunk and forget about how sucky my family's history has been. Like, he is kind of that archetype of like the anime archetype of, oh, you still got a
Strong
heart
guy who
gold
doesn't
and stuff.
care.
But like,
Yeah.
the thing that cemented it so much for me was at the end of episode 4 when he like does the thing where he gets the whole crowd on his side against that priest, and then when it's battle
when he
time,
gets
he
them
just
working together.
snaps into order mode, and he's like, okay, you guys line up here, you get salt, it's great, here's how you do it,
Get salt.
and do this, and this, and
No,
let's kill these things.
I lost my shit, right? When he was like, okay, who's an ordained priest? And I was like, you kill them all.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, except for me. I was like, wait.
It's like
There's
there's this
one
one
alive.
guy, and then
The one
the
guy.
surprise he has where he's like, huh, I guess that guy
That
could make
actually-
holy water.
I died. That was such a great part. Like,
No,
that was just
but-
good writing.
It was
I already alluded to it twice, but the way he uses the whip, and it's not his only thing. Like, he uses the sword against Alucard, which is cool. but the way he just transitions into this whip, and it's like the whip itself is so cleanly animated, and there's so much like it actually feels like it's got snap. Like when he does that move, like I was talking about, where he basically grabs right above the hilt and just wrenches it to the left, and it like cracks up the whole whip and smashes into Alucard. That was fantastic. Right. That move was like, yes, that was such a sick move.
I've only got like 2 complaints about this though.
No, go ahead. I've been talking too much.
Basically, from 1/3 into episode 2 until like midway of episode 3, nothing happens and everyone's just talking very slowly.
It got
so
stale.
Yeah, it did
got
get a
really
little slow.
stale. Like around that area.
Yeah. That's why I say like it should be watched in marathons. If you watch just episode 2, there's maybe one scene where it's interesting, the rest is very slow.
Yeah, you might lose
until
it.
3. And the only thing I didn't like was everyone has a thick accent and no one's enunciating. So I had trouble understanding a lot of the characters occasionally.
I think the only person I really had that with was honestly the woman.
I mean, there were scenes where Trevor's just kind of like mumbling to himself, and I did not catch anything
Thor
he
in
said.
Oakenshield. He doesn't have that. He's just got a deep voice, if anything.
But like, it was. Maybe it was the sound mixing, but he felt so quiet and so mumbling.
I will
compared to the
agree
background noise.
that he definitely was quiet. There were a few times I think I reached for the remote to be like, okay, what are you saying? You're really quiet. But I think that was more sound mixing than himself, actually.
Yeah.
Which I'm surprised. Like, I know this has nothing to do with the director, but like I think the director is British. At least he wrote a bunch of British like comics and shit like that. I looked it up. I can't remember what was it. But yeah, I was like, yeah. Some parts I felt was like too strained on the accents, especially with girlfriend.
Yeah, that was
probably gonna be love interest.
No,
most likely.
But like her magic was cool too.
Oh yeah,
the way they actually do magic, where it's just kind of magic, but also technology is kind of magic, and that's why that's why Dracula's wife went to him, was because she wanted to learn science and technology. It was cool.
I'm gonna bring it back to episode 1. What's magic?
We'll stop here though, because we've been going for almost 10 minutes now.
Yeah. That's good enough for one
overall,
of these
I give it a solid B+, even
Salad.
A-. And I think the season 2 has the potential to be even better if they clean up just a few minor things. It'll be really crisp.
Definitely.
I just want some more episodes. I don't need this more episodes.
Val and I turned on Hellsing Ultimate again. I put on episode 1 right after just to get a little more vampire fix.
Yeah, and I'm like flying Nazis.
Anyway, let's get to some actual news.
All right,
Doomfist.
Some fist-related news.
Let's get to some overdank news. So
no, I just wanna say it right now. This spoilers. Everybody already knows it, but it's not Terry Crews, boys. It's not Terry Crews. It was never Terry Crews. I know, but that confirmation just hit me. The dream was there, man. But outside that, Doomfist is mad. Like, I don't know. How much did you play it?
So I jumped on the day he came out, and then I played. Basically, I spent a half an hour messing around in the like versus AI.
The practice
just to get a feel,
just the practice range, or?
Yeah, just to get a feel for what his damage was at certain ranges, what like chain combos you can do in groups. And I do this every time I hear it comes out. I'm kind of a nerd. So
no, reasonable, because you can't match up with like a brand new hero, even in like the public test region.
Yeah, the problem is you go in and it's literally 6v6 Doomfist, and it's really annoying.
Yeah, it's hard.
You can't get a feel of how he'd play in a real match anyway. But so real quick, I want to talk about his actual primary fire, the shotgun knuckles. So this is a weird mechanic. Instead of giving him a reload mechanic, he's got 4 shots that go off pretty fast, and then after that, there's a slow reload for each one. So your first 4 shots go rapid succession, but when you want to fire the 5th one, you got to wait a little bit before you fire it, so you've got a decreased rate of fire. And the thing is, this makes him a burst damage hero. He does a lot of damage up front, and then he can't do anything until he's reloaded. He's got his big punch, which, that's his whole kit is kind of based around jumping in there and being aggressive, because he gets shields based on how much damage he does using only his abilities, not his regular fire.
Yeah.
So it's basically you charge in there, you fire a couple shots, you try and get up another ability, get some more shields, and then you like hope to get out of there. Like he has the problem that he's good at engaging, but he can't disengage. Like he doesn't have Tracer's Warp, he doesn't have Sombra's Teleporter, you don't have the Genji Slash to get out.
And I think that's what they're trying to at least emphasize with him. Like he's supposed to be like a get in there, because they gave him the Reaper health, they gave him the 250, and they also gave him the shields, which I still need to know practically, like when Jeff explained it, I was like, I guess that's cool, but like in practice, like I don't know how well it stacks up against like if I'm trying to go up against another Reaper, or if I'm trying to, I don't know what I would attack, like an Ana, like if I'm trying to flank around the team.
Generally speaking, you're not going to have a lot of shield up. You're going to basically the way it is you get it. What's the term I'm looking for? Like you dive in using one of the abilities, and right off that first ability, you do some damage. You'll have some amount of shields once you've already dived in and been engaged. So it gives you this nice upfront shield, but it's not sustained. It's enough to get you so you can survive a little longer in the fray.
You know what I realize it's probably a lot better with a payload, with a payload map.
Probably.
Like if you're trying to rush in and create some sort of like opportunity.
He's honestly pretty good for capture point maps, because if he gets in there and causes some chaos, like that's the thing that flankers do. They draw attention themselves. If you can draw attention off a Widowmaker who knows what she's doing, she can get 2 headshots right there in the 6 seconds that you're distracting the enemy before you eat shit.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you got, the thing is, he synergizes well with Ana because he's a huge target. She can hit him from a mile away. Also, he's pretty solid with Zen. Like anyone who has long range healing, he'll work pretty well with. I'm not sure. I know everyone's saying this is gonna like just push the dive comp into being the only strategy, but I'm really not sure. I want to see how he plays out when he actually releases it, and you only have one in a match.
Because he could still, I'd imagine he's still like, I know he counters Reinhardt's charge, but like he's still a target to like Reinhardt, even with the shotgun that he has.
Because the thing is, if he's holding onto his charge to stop a Reinhardt, that's where most of his damage is. He's not going to be holding on to that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of like with Reinhardt and the Fire Strike. You use it every time it's off cooldown, and that's the way Doomfist is. You launch whenever you can. But the weird thing is, and it's kind of how this is going to impact picks on the meta. So he is a heavy... Oh, no, not the person. What do I want to say? So his counters right now, like Junkrat's a really good counter to him, but at the same time, Pharah's also a really good counter, and Pharah counters Junkrat super hard. So I think this might
just dumpster him.
This might be Pharah's time to shine, because Soldier's already big in the competitive scene. McCree, after his ult boost, I think he's going up in play rates, but he's always been a solid pick against Pharah. His ult is now actually threatening.
His ult got so much.
The question is, what is Doomfist going to do to Pharah in the meta?
It's probably gonna. Well, I guess it depends, because we're still waiting on, oh my God, Sombra to get up there. Like, still not enough people are really using.
People are learning her.
She is, like, she's finally getting learned, but it's like at the same time, it's like not enough people are still playing her to warrant like everybody to change some sort of meta over it.
I think there's a lot of people saying she is a really good counter to Doomfist. I think that might push more people to try her.
Oh yeah, you know, because they're hacking. I imagine
he can't do shit when he's hacked.
Yeah, especially like when he pops all 4 shots. Now what's he gonna do?
He can't do anything.
He can't do anything. He's gonna die.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm definitely interested in seeing how Doomfist will work into the meta. Also, try to play. Like, I want to play him more, but like we said earlier, there's just too many people playing him right now. There's gonna be 6-on-6.
I'm just gonna do the same thing that happened when Orisa came out, and just say I won't play him for 3 weeks, because in 3 weeks I'll finally be able to get to pick him consistently.
Yeah, right.
It's a good attitude, especially in League, because in League the price is higher for the first 2 weeks.
Yeah, you got to buy him, then you find out that everyone in the game has already mained that character.
Yep.
Anyway, now that I can wake up again.
Yeah, let's move on to something Tim could talk about. Or no, what's our next topic?
I don't know what this is. The Jump Game streaming service.
Yeah, I haven't heard about this either.
Oh yeah. This was like, who the hell made it? Yeah, it's just basically. I want to know what you guys felt about this. I know.
Is it on live again?
Yeah, it's basically online.
I don't know. I just said that. I don't know.
No. Like you're right though. It's basically on live where you know you pay like a streaming service and whatever. I'm like, but they also do it with like indie games too, which I don't know if on live did.
Why would you do that? Kill indie games faster.
Blat.
The whole trick of the indie game is that people are gonna buy them and then not play them.
To buy
You took all the money.
The Steam sales.
I'm sure I could take away over $100 from various indie games by not buying the Humble Bundle they were in or buying them individually when I thought I cared about them.
Yeah, like honestly, like
There's
I don't think
so
it's gonna
many
do
Kickstarter games
well.
I'm never gonna see, and I don't care about anymore. Like,
Yeah,
I was
like,
just
I
thinking about it
don't-
the other day. I wish I could just vacuum the past and suck all my money back from all those Kickstarters I backed.
See, I
It's
knew
like, this is a
I knew
waste of
better.
money.
I saw into the future. I was like, I can't do it. I can't do it. And then look at that.
I certainly
All
don't
the money.
anymore.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna do well. I just want to know what you guys like felt about it. Like, obviously, this is another on live, but maybe
It
this
works great.
company's
If
like,
it doesn't, don't really care. It doesn't
With-
affect
with-
me. That's really
With
what it is.
online, was it a
Yeah.
subscription and you just had access to every game on the service?
I thought you rented them
something
for a
like that.
fixed.
Oh,
for a
yeah.
cheap
Because
price.
this one's a subscription. If you pay like
this
X
is a
dollars for one,
subscription.
but you get access to every game, I can see that being a cool model because I don't think someone has done something like that
That's
yet. It used to be.
cool,
No,
but it seems
you-
unsustainable.
The problem is that a
it,
lot of them don't buy in. I don't see them getting a lot of big games.
Yeah, like what AAA company is going to be like, look, we're selling our game for $60, or hear me out, we could put it on this service and get like 3 pennies.
Look, the movie
Right.
the movie studios were the same way a little while ago before Netflix happened.
Yeah, but then they changed over time as Netflix got more successful. This is like I don't see gaming taking off the same way.
Also,
I'm not
like
confident about it, but I
Netflix's
can see it
business
happening.
model is like a little bit different. Like they usually wait till the movie. I mean, it doesn't happen with all the movies, but like most movies that have already had like all
Plus,
their revenue, it's like, oh, we're not getting any more. Like we can throw it
Now
on
let's let Netflix have
plus
it.
Netflix
Yeah.
has old TV shows. Like I just finished rewatching The Office for like the 5th time in my lifetime. Today at work, I was listening to the show finale, and I'll probably watch it again like next year. That there's no game that you want to go back to that often. That's not.
Yo,
a
I
game that
play
you don't
Resident
own.
Evil 4 though,
And you own it.
every year. Yeah, true.
It's our second week in a row talking about that game.
Like the other thing is with
that
Netflix,
game
if
too
I really
much.
care about something, I'll buy it because
Yeah.
I want to buy it. But even then, a movie or TV show is usually not cheap. Not TV show, but movies at least are cheaper than games. And I know it's not a real good comparison, but Jump doesn't affect me, and I don't think it'll succeed. I'll say
I don't
that.
know. One minor comparison is that you can be a casual Netflixer. You could watch an episode here and there, but there's very few casual PC gamers. Most people who game on
It's fair,
PC
too.
are slightly more than casual. If you're casual, typically you're on like mobile platform. So
Even,
it might
even
Yeah.
not.
by sheer act of gaming on PC, usually you learn more. I know I learned a lot about, like, I know where the app data folder is because I had to mod games and
If
get
you
into
know
the
what
app data folder.
DirectX is, you're a gamer.
Yeah.
You know what DirectX is? Damn.
If you saw that Steam installer thing where every time you install Steam, it's like, hey, I'm installing DirectX for the 50,000th time, but you know what that is.
Yep.
Yo,
Anyway.
no one knows what DirectX does though.
It's just
It's,
the thing Steam always installs, dude. You want
It's
to
Tell
that
me,
thing that
tell
you
me
need
what
to do to
DirectX. No, this isn't fair. I shouldn't get on my
It's got
game.
nothing to
there.
do
doing
with
this on purpose.
graphics
Yeah, I'm
rendering,
pulling
does it?
a Leslie right now. I feel
Oh my
bad.
god.
Tyler, is it
I'm
graphics
sorry.
rendering?
Yeah, for different stuff.
All right, that's what I
More or
thought.
less.
Good,
See,
I'm
there
not
you go.
into
You're
It used
good.
to be
You're
the
good.
top of the pile, and now there's other things like Unity. No, it's not an engine. It's not an engine.
No, it's not an engine.
No.
It's a codec, kind of, right?
Yeah,
Sort of.
it's just like stuff for rendering. So it's like
It's more like underlying language to engines, kind of.
yeah, it's like it helps supports different packages. So I think I'm trying to remember what DirectX. What are we on? 12 right
I think
now?
we're on 12 or 13.
We're on 12, but we're getting too
Yeah.
technical here.
11 brought like the fucking
11
grass.
was when
I think.
yeah,
I think it
11
was like 10 or 11 was like, oh man, this grass is hype as hell.
well, 10 was a big deal because we were on 9C for like a decade.
Yeah,
Yeah. For a
Most of
while.
the games I install from when we were growing up require 9C.
like all your VSync and all your anti-aliasing, all that shit comes from like DirectX.
I'm pretty exactly. That's where, except for like the NVIDIA and AMD specific stuff,
Yeah, that's just like all the hardware shit that helps run it all.
like Tress FX. Anyway, we got our magic news for the week that I did not add.
I put this on there because I waste a lot of time on the MTG subreddit, and a lot of people are talking about the
Jesus.
declining quality of the print runs that
Yep.
we've been seeing in recent
Started
sets.
with From the Vault. I remember
Shit.
From the Vault has been for a while because so typically when they foil a card, it's put in a pack with 13 other cards and it's
that
pressed
helps.
flat in the packaging. It helps
Yeah.
avoid the curling process. But when they print out From the Vault, they only print foils and they pack them very loosely with a bunch of other foils. So you open your pack, it's curled to hell.
It really is. I don't know if did you guys ever see what the From the Vault Angels I bought for Val looked like when I opened it?
I did see it. It didn't look good.
Yeah, I
Tyler,
can't remember if I did or not.
If
I
you
feel
did
like
or
I
didn't,
did.
imagine
Yeah.
instead of a flat magic card, a card with like a noticeable
It's like-
radius.
Right. I picture it like when
like
you
you
like
could
when
curl
you
it.
said that.
It was so curled you could probably wrap it around a basketball without much trouble.
Oh
That's
god.
pretty terrible.
Yeah, my one From the Vault, Jace the Mind Sculptor isn't looking too hot these days.
So wait, how'd they mess that up exactly
So-
again?
It seems like they, at some point in the past few years, switched printers or switched formulas to save money because they might have been
People are
using
saying
too
that
heavy
right
cardstock.
around when M15 happened and they changed the card frame as well as added the
Little
the
hollow.
hollow sticker on the rares. People are saying that was the beginning of when the cardstock started changing. Like if you look at Kanzatark here, it was a pretty consistent run, but every set after that block you started seeing more misprints. You started seeing
More and more.
cards
I mean,
cards
Tyler,
curling that weren't foils.
sorry.
Yeah.
Even now, with Hour of Devastation not even out officially, excuse me, until
What?
Friday,
Hmm.
people are already sharing misprints that they got in their sealed packs. That's
Like
a
the first print
problem.
run.
Like the set's not even officially out yet, and there are people like, "Hey, look, my entire pack was darker than all the other cards were." Like that.
Like it's very
it's becoming a
inconsistent.
problem.
Like-
Even if there's not actually
Yeah.
a problem, the fact that the subreddit is getting more and more populated and people are posting more and more means that it's either spreading or it's becoming something that people want to talk about, which means it's just becoming an issue either way.
And the thing is, Wizards has been they've been silent about this completely. And the fact is,
silent. They've said
everyone's
nothing.
talking about it, and it's at that point where you'd expect Wizards might want to say something. Like, I would not be surprised if they made a statement really soon. I don't expect them to, because they're
No.
pretty private about the actual production of
I mean,
art.
Tyler, here's the thing. They have still not acknowledged the printing thing with Ixalan getting
Really?
that sheet getting stolen has never been officially
Holy crap! I'm surprised. Like usually companies,
well,
because that's stuff that like could affect stock prices and
the
shit
flip
like that.
side
Oh,
is
really, though?
well, they're already a subsidiary of Hasbro, so they don't really care. But
Hasbro cares.
Hasbro,
but I'd say the
Hasbro
flip
cares.
side is Hasbro and or Wizards was probably like, we are going to deal with this printer ourselves immediately. We don't need to make a statement because we don't want to risk more confidential evidence. Because what if
Information leaking.
what if
yeah.
during court proceedings they have to talk about their card stock? Their card stock is still protected, like trademarked. No one knows. Like you can't buy MTG card stock.
We wish we could, but you can't.
Yeah, it'd be nice if you could, because then people could make proxies easier. But it's all protected, so they probably want to get to the bottom of that as fast as possible. They probably don't want to talk about it and draw more attention to it, because it's honestly died down a lot. People aren't. There's no post. There's people posting about the card quality, but not about the Ixalan leak.
Yeah, so there's new shit to talk about. Maybe
There aren't outcries of people being like, "Where is the information about how this guy got it out?" It's why is the card quality so low? And what's Wizards going to say? Yes, we changed the formula. Sorry, we tried to save a bunch of money by making cheaper cardboard.
They
Or
would never admit that.
we have lower quality standards. That's not good either. Or there's not a problem. You're all just crazy.
So that's what they're probably
It's a
gonna say.
lose-lose-lose. Like, there's no good scenario here for them to talk about it. So they stay quiet and trust that as soon
People
as
just keep buying cards. They'll ignore the issue because
Yeah.
they love Magic. And that's probably what's going to happen.
Oof. That's wild.
and until now, misprints were actually worth something. There are Facebook groups dedicated to people buying and selling misprints because some of them are really cool. Like sometimes there's art printed on the wrong card or things like that. Or look at
yeah.
how this card bleeds onto this card. Ooh, it's cool. There are people who will
Actually-
pay for that.
I
But
accidentally got a cool Honor the Pure that was accidentally printed on a planes. So it's foil, but you see the plane symbol in the background.
that's
It's pretty sweet.
super
But
cool.
that's not that common. Like I think someone sold it to me for normal price, but it's usually like $5 to $6 more than that actual print run. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But that was rare. It was a specialty. Misprints used to be worth a lot more. Now they're becoming disturbingly common, and that's
Well, it's
not a
also
good
not.
thing.
It's also that it's not so like that's a straight up error where they basically printed the wrong art on the wrong card. But there's a lot more cases of like this whole pack seems like it went through the printer sideways, so like half of it's extra dark, or like a lot of the ones on the Reddit are about the darkness of the whole card. Like there was too much ink or too little ink applied.
Yeah.
Which implies quality standards are slipping, or it's somehow just something is going wrong.
Yeah.
Before these cards are getting out of there.
I mean, this was the first that I've seen where someone opened up a pack and they like, I can see which ones are uncommons based on the rim of the card.
Yeah, that was.
I've never heard of that before.
Honestly, Tyler, I know what he's talking about. There was a post on the subreddit like yesterday, or the day before, where a guy showed the side of a bunch, like all of his pre-release cards, and a bunch of the cards seemed to like the black edge. Correct me if I'm wrong, Friedman. It wraps around kind of, so there's no whiteness on the edge when you first open a card.
No, there is.
Okay,
like it's not completely black inside. All cards have a white side to them, even when you open them.
Okay, then I'm thinking of it wrong. But suffice to say, Tyler, there were a third of these cards, which is about how many are uncommon, were noticeably different on the edges of the card than the rest of the cards. Much brighter, like more paper instead of like there was no ink on it. It was just paper.
Yeah.
And that's a really big problem because when you start affecting competitive environments, that's super dangerous because that's when shit gets really bad.
Yeah.
I understand now because
it's all about information during drafting. Like that's the thing about
And then if you can tell what kind of cards you're getting, like off the pull,
Like they had to do special things for in Shadows over Innistrad and in Eldritch Moon because they printed double-sided cards, the cool werewolf cards that Leslie likes. The thing is, if you open that in a pack in a competitive environment, every other person can see what you pulled. So what they did was they pre-opened the packs and put them in sleeves for the pros. Now that's not the same thing, but imagine someone not catching something that's almost potential. Like if you know what set you're playing and you see that this guy pulled an uncommon instead of a rare, you could potentially take a solid guess at what that card was.
Right.
Like if you're a pro and this is your life, you could be like, oh, shit, what uncommon? We're on pack 2, and I haven't seen a lot of oh shit, he probably has
see the rare, you might know the color. It's free information that you're not supposed to be having.
Right.
So that's why it's extra
and it causes
dangerous.
a disadvantage.
Now, obviously, this is not. I mean, it's more of a thing that the card stock is weak, and it does legitimately feel sometimes like some of the cards you open are way flimsier than old cards.
I noticed that
like
too.
It's when you feel it, you know. Like it feels like cards are less tough. But anyway, it's just
that's interesting stuff.
It's not really news, but it's just the subreddit has been getting, especially during it's worrying because it's during pre-release right now, and people are posting about it, and the set's not out. So it's kind of news, kind of not. So anyway, this is a story I added because I just saw it on the subreddit for this game today. So you guys have probably seen on YouTube, there has been a game for a while out of China, of course, called Mobile Legends.
Oh my god, the subtitle of this game is a 5v5 fair MOBA for mobile.
Yep.
They put fair right in the title there.
That is, well, it's probably a translation thing. Okay. It's a Chinese company. Because it's just... remember that Overwatch knockoff?
Paladins? Hell yeah.
No, not that one.
Paladins.
No, there was some Chinese Overwatch game.
I know the one you're talking about.
But Mobile Legends, if you look at it, seems a hell of a lot like League of Legends on a phone.
Yeah, and
it
the
looks
backdrop.
Insane. The map looks almost identical. Like even the shading and everything is very similar. So, Riot Games finally decided to sue the developer of Mobile Legends, who then responded saying, "This is ridiculous, and you're crazy. This is totally unique.
You're crazy. This does not look."
There's not much to this because it just happened, but the fact that these guys like.
They didn't even try.
I wish there was an easy way to do these kind of cases because there's cases like where remember a few years ago like Apple sued Samsung
Oh,
for looking too much like the iPhone.
Square-shaped phones. They had a patent on a tap because they own Swipe, and a tap
Yes.
is a 0 point
Oh
swipe.
yeah,
And all this
So-
bullshit.
that was dumb.
So, I wish there was a way to track the public conscious, because then you could be like, okay, that case doesn't exist because you're full of shit. Get out of here. Then you have a case like this, where you look at the game and it like the ad has an image of. Do you guys know who Garen is?
Nope.
He's like one of the starter guys for League. Have you ever heard the phrase "spin to win," Tyler?
Oh, I know this guy.
Yes,
This
I
is
do
the
know
guy.
that.
This is literally the reason that exists, because his main move, his E ability, is he just spins in a circle and spins his sword around. And one of his skins has lightning, so he's a big lightning. He spins, and in Mobile Legends, in their ad, there's a guy who walks up and spins, and lightning is happening with his sword.
Wow.
It's disgustingly close, and I feel like this is something where it's totally obvious that you ripped him off.
Yeah, even the art style they chose for it is
That's the thing. Like
very
the
similar.
the background.
Pathetic.
If you look at the
Yeah, but
map,
background-
the Summoner's Rift update that happened a few years ago versus this, it's like they ripped the map assets out and made them look half as good. That's what they did. Like, it looks
really
terrible.
I mean, if I was Riot's lawyer, I'd be like, all right, so what boat am I buying next?
It's not a case of winning or losing. It's a case of how much money are we winning.
Yeah, how much money am I getting? How many carats of gold can I get this fucking car for? Yeah.
How many skins can I buy with what we're about to win?
But yeah, so that's I just wanted to bring it up because it is newsworthy, but nothing's really. It's probably not going to happen for a while, but it's interesting. So
Yeah.
anyway, we got one more main story and then two more categories. So let's Freeman, go ahead.
All right, I originally wasn't going to talk about this until I found a way to tie this into video game stuff for us to talk about. But today is Prime Day for Amazon.
Well, by the
most
time
of the
anyone
sales,
hears this, it's not going to be
yeah,
anymore.
Prime Day is now over. If any of you caught the sales, there's some good sales on consoles, but all of the like Amazon devices, like Kindles,
Bills.
Fires, and like specifically the Echo devices are all on sale for pretty good discounts. And as I'm an Amazon Alexa developer, not for Amazon, for a different company, but I develop our Alexa skill. I follow the news a lot. I'm considering buying more products, but point is, from the developer side, for the last couple months, Amazon has been trying to promote the development of new Alexa skills. One of them was that if you push out a skill in the next month, they give you a free Echo Dot, which is pretty cool. But I couldn't do that on company time, and there's no way I was going to waste private time doing an Alexa skill. But one of the things they opened up was they wanted more games for Alexa, and they were willing to pay developers per download, which they don't do for normal skills. But they were willing to pay you for games downloaded as skills. So one of the things that I was thinking about is, how do you make a game where your only interface is talking to an Alexa unit? And this was really hard because I wanted to come up with a game, and I had a hard time coming with any ideas.
Why didn't you come to me?
Because I was busy.
Why didn't you? This is
I was
man.
busy playing Magic and doing this podcast.
See, this is why. Instead, we could have been making
And play
paper
for
this
some
whole
fun.
time. We could have been making money this whole time.
Yo,
You let
keep
me
that
down,
Alexa
Freeman.
game
Well,
money.
what kind of game would you do? Like, this is what I wanted to bring up because it's not that easy.
Not for nothing, but are you sure you guys want to talk about this on the podcast? I mean, it sounds silly, but
Oh,
like,
Tyler, if you have a real idea that we're going to monetize, don't tell me. But if you have a dumb idea, tell
I'm
me.
not trying to. Wait, hold on now. Yo, wait. I got a bunch of great game ideas that we could probably do.
Okay, good. So if someone came with ideas, we won't talk about them. We'll release them on the skill store. We'll advertise the shit out of them. It'll be great. We're going to win.
Yeah, we're gonna win.
yo, that'd be legit.
Yeah.
All
I'll
right.
do a let's
does.
play, and it'll just be a black screen with me going, Alexa, shoot that guy. All right, so because I saw a bunch of news stories that kind of interested me, and we already had a pretty full list, I'm just going to go through a bunch of quickie news stories. We're going to call those quickies real quick, where it's basically just read the headline and like in 30 seconds give an impression. There's 4 of them. Christopher Nolan is remastering the Dark Knight trilogy in 4K. That's really cool.
Oh, that's good. Just because they're all good movies.
But
Yeah,
what
also
about
imagine
Star
seeing-
Wars?
What?
Like George Lucas was. What if he's gonna mess up something in the remakes?
I feel like Christopher Nolan has way more integrity than George Lucas.
Yeah, for
I know,
Christopher
I know,
Nolan,
I
this
know.
is
It was a
definitely
joke.
just-
It
I
was a
mean, can
joke.
you also imagine like that IMAX scene in the second one in China.
Yeah.
That's gonna be legit, but that's really cool. I don't know how you're gonna get it yet, unless you buy like the UHD discs. But another one,
download only or something. I don't know. Moving
Bethesda is being sued over Fallout 4 ads. Apparently, the singer who wrote the song "The Wanderer," I didn't even care to look up his name because it's stupid.
Oh wait, I love that song.
Apparently, Bethesda paid him for his song and then put it in an ad where nukes are going off and stuff, where it's basically an ad for Fallout 4. And just now, he has decided to sue Bethesda over this.
That's weird.
Because apparently the trailer's called The Wanderer, and his song's called The Wanderer, and he's like, I don't like my song being used in this thing.
I think it's maybe because he has a different meaning behind the song. He doesn't like that it's kind of distorting people's perception of what he's singing about.
But
I don't, man. I feel like he's gonna have to have a decent lawyer.
I mean, I have to imagine a lawyer was like, we have a case here, but isn't this the kind of thing that would be covered by your contract?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, if you're signing over the rights to the song to be used in,
unless you're just trying to get fucking publicity.
I can see that. Like, I guarantee you, the song probably, like, just alone, or even the trailer, definitely got hits.
I mean, it probably did, and now Fallout 4 is not on everyone's radar anymore. So he's like, I need more Fallout 4 money, so let's talk about the trailer. Everyone's gonna go watch to hear my song.
Yeah.
Stupid. Anyway,
publicity stunts.
Two more. Freeman actually added this one, or Tyler, you did, because.
Oh, which one? Oh, Ubisoft. Oh, yeah, Ubisoft is expanding their board of directors, so they don't get bought out by Vivendi. Yeah, again, this happened.
You said it was again.
Yeah, it was again. They did it last year. I forgot how many people they added on. Last year it was like 1 or 2, but they definitely added 2 this year. And I'm not a stock person, but I think it's so. Like, I think we were kind of talking about it earlier. So
we talked about it like last week how Vivendi has been making strides towards buying.
Oh yeah, last week I mentioned. Oh yeah, you haven't heard much about the Vivendi takeover.
Yeah, and then this happened.
Ubisoft.
Hilarious.
Yeah, and then this happened, and I was like, oh hey, interesting. So yeah, Ubisoft is trying desperately, it seems, to make sure that their company is not bought out.
And finally, for the last quickie, Stranger Things Season 2. Woohoo! We have a release date and a sick-looking poster.
Yeah. That poster...
The poster looks really cool.
The poster's really cool. October 27th. It's going to be a great thing to marathon right before Halloween. Just blow through the whole show. I don't know what else to say other than definitely excited because the first season was really good.
I'm not gonna lie, the poster reminded me of the one scene from the beginning of episode 1 of Castlevania with the fire face in the sky. I swear to God, that's what I saw in the poster the first time I saw it.
You know what? That's fair. I could totally see that, especially after watching Castlevania literally yesterday, like you did.
And that's how we circle back to Castlevania at the beginning of the news.
And that's how we jump from anime.
That's how we go and segue to anime.
Wait. Freeman?
And now it's time for the weeb shit.
Yeah, Tyler, you killed it. I was laying it up for Freeman, and you just came in like waving your arms around and hit the ball out of the
arms.
All right, there's not a lot of good weeb news this week.
That's okay. We've already been going for 45 minutes, and we're not even on the topic.
So they announced a couple weeks ago the Fairy Tail manga was reaching its conclusion. I think they're in the last 10 chapters. The creator is super butthurt that it's ending. Like every week he's like, maybe it's over, but this is not the ending. But in reality, it's totally the ending. This already happened once. I know we brought this up a little bit last week during the GameCube episode, but Tyler, you watched Rave Master, right?
Yeah, hell yeah.
So Rave Master was his last long-running series, and then Fairy Tail took off. And if anyone's watched it, Plu from Rave Master's a character in Fairy Tail. But I've watched maybe like the first 20-ish episodes. Show's okay. It falls into a lot of your shonen problems of like believing in your friends and fighting for your friends and all that other bullshit. But it's coming to an end.
That's what Gurren's about. Come on.
No, but you don't understand. It's done well. This is not. This is not even remotely close.
Shots fired.
Naruto does it better, and that's an insult.
Side note: I told Leslie I was going to start rewatching Gurren after The Office. She just went blah.
Yeah.
Always a solid decision. So anyway, the only reason I don't have anything new to talk about with anime is that we are on week 1/week 2 of the brand new season. People are watching a lot of stuff. No one knows what's good. A lot of shows are trash. Amazon has a lot of the good ones, and I refuse to pay them for their trash service. I may sell the 7 Seas from one of the shows.
Works.
The only show that everyone knows that's going to be head and shoulders above all the others is called...
is it Fate?
It's something Ballroom. and it's all about competitive ballroom dancing.
Yo,
the
dude.
So
I
everyone's like,
saw
this
the trailer for that.
everyone's like, this is gonna be Yuri on Ice 2, this like clearly made for girls dancing show. But the thing is,
Dude,
it's
no,
not. It's
it
not.
looks so
It's
good,
a
though.
shonen battle anime.
I was gonna
that
say, is
uses
this like the
realistic
cooking
ballroom
show
dancing.
so
with ballroom
good.
dancing?
Yes, but the
Yes.
cooking show is over the top. This is way more realistic, and from the trailer, it looks really good. So I am gonna check
What
this
is
one
this
out.
on?
It's on Amazon. It's on Anime Strike on Amazon Prime. The shitty service that I don't want to pay for.
Yeah.
I might have to acquire it because I gotta. I'll probably tell it to Val, and she'll actually be like, I wouldn't mind watching an anime like that.
I haven't watched first episode yet, and I can already tell you she'll love it. But
Yo, I watched the first episodes of Knights and Magic. I was.
is that the one that has the little girl that's actually a little boy?
See, I watched the trailer and I didn't know that it was a little girl.
It's like-
that was actually no. It's not even a little boy. He's like a high school kid, and he.
No, I know the main character's a high school kid that gets transported, but it's like it's one of those shows where they want you to like be in love with this girl, but this girl's a guy, and I'm not
Dude,
into that.
Oh man, it ruined
I'm
it.
not
Like
into
it-
little boys.
it messed me up the
Rick from that one
entire
video.
episode. No, you don't understand. Like, because I watched the trailer and there was no mention of the boy.
Yeah, no, they don't. They
Not at all.
they mention it once, and then they just like go the rest of the show acting like he's a girl, but you know.
Yeah, and then I watched the first episode, right? And I'm like, wait, who's this kid? Why are we in current times? Wait, what? What's happening? Are you telling me this boy? And I literally kept thinking about the entire episode, and I couldn't even focus on the rest of the episode. It messed me up.
Yeah, right.
And I was like, well, I don't think I'm going to continue this. And then I also watched Fate Apocalypse.
Dude, Fate Apocalypse. So, right, Netflix has Fate Apocalypse, so you can't legally watch this for another 3 months. But
Yeah,
have you watched the Fate series, by the way?
yeah. I only watched Fate Zero because I'm a bad person.
Okay. Doesn't matter. But that actually, the next topic will ties into Fate. But yeah, I want to watch the new Fate series because they're all good, except for the original. They're all good.
Damn.
Luckily
Except
they
when
made
you're-
it
No,
past
the original one's
original.
actually shit. But everyone's made by Studio Ufotable, which means like Fate Zero, Unlimited Blade Works, this season, the new movie Heaven's Feel. They're all really good because they're done by a good studio. But that transitions into the final topic for the Weeb shit this week,
Yeah.
and that's
Oh man.
the anime subreddit's Waifu Wars Best Girl Contest has finally concluded with Sodium Overdose. So we had a similar case to what happened last year, where in the semifinals, everyone hate picks against the front runner. They get locked out. So the finals end up being against who should have been second place and some random who beat the front runner. This is the second year in a row this happened. And this one character, Yui, from the show, my romantic teen comedy snafu. I forget what the fucking real title is, but that's the title Crunchyroll came up with for the English version. The first like main girl, who's clearly like the female protagonist, she won 3 years ago. Now the second girl's up against the main character from Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works, who, Tyler, you met her in Fate Zero. Her name is Rin Tosaka.
Yeah, I know
yeah,
who she is.
Yeah, she's like basically a main character in Unlimited Blade Works. So she won this year, and everyone was super salty because
Wow.
Luigi's waifu Hollow got knocked out by this girl Yui to get thrown up against Rin, who was one of the two front runners, and just got demolished. So the whole subreddit was just salty as shit. Everyone's criticizing each other's tastes. Everyone's just pissed the fuck off, including me, because all my waifus lost before the quarterfinals. All of them.
I can't stop laughing during this.
Hey man,
But
it's
this is-
serious.
But this is the last time I'm going to talk about the best girl competition until next year.
I was gonna say until like episode 50 of the podcast when it all starts
Yeah, right.
again.
It's
we'll
that
have-
time
we'll
of
have-
year again.
We'll have
Waifu Wars.
the Waifu Wars 5 special edition episode.
Oh my god.
Oh shit.
weekly
So
breakdowns.
funny. They hate pick against her, and then they're like, "I'm so angry when they lose." No.
Is
Yeah,
that
right.
not? Is that not American politics? No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna get into that.
Oh man, and that's the
Tyler,
weird shit.
nothing matters more than a waifu. Okay, the president
right.
doesn't give matter shit compared
Yo,
to. a
yeah.
waifu.
No waifu,
The
no
president ain't
waifu.
shit compared to the waifus, man. That's where my real vote goes.
Freeman, I know you've used that one before, but it fits so fucking perfectly right there. Holy shit.
Just had to throw some shit posted in there real quick.
Hey man, the voting is real when it comes to waifus.
Oh my god. Anyway, let's take our break because I'm dying in here because I had to close the window because
'Cause
of
I'm
loud
dying.
people yelling outside.
Yep.
But when we come back, we're going to continue our best of the console, and we're going to go to the original Xbox. And we're back with another short break here to talk about the best original Xbox exclusive. Best.
Yeah, the
Not
best.
personal favorite, Tyler.
The best. Hey, man. They're
No, I'm kidding.
different.
I think I have an idea of what it's going to be, but I have some games I really am excited to talk about. Not going to lie. There's a lot of games on this console because this was my first big console after the N64 that I really had cool stuff for.
I've played so few of these, so I'll contribute when I can, but...
That's okay. Next
This
week,
is all new
I
to
won't
me.
be able to talk again because I didn't have a PS2 while you both did. Tyler gets
Yeah, I
to do
own
a
all
lot of
these.
talking. Tyler's
I
getting
don't
his
run out of
revenge
the
for all
fact.
the
Tyler's the
magic talk.
leader of next week.
So many.
Are you guys ready to start?
Yeah, of course.
Sure.
So we're going to start chugging through the Wikipedia page for the Xbox original games, same as last time. And anytime you see anything, Tyler, chime up because I'm not seeing anything under the A's that
Well,
matter to me.
real quick, I
whatsoever.
just want to point out, last week we were upset because James Bond games were listed under James Bond, whereas under Xbox they're all listed as 007.
They are listed as 007.
Yeah,
That's
what is
very
this?
funny.
What is
That's
this?
really funny. Still not
That's
seeing
weird.
anything.
No, that like
Air
piques your
Force
interest, or
No, things that I remember as exclusives.
as
Because
exclusives.
honestly, I didn't play as much as Friedman did.
All right, I'm gonna shit post here real quick. I did play AMF Bowling 2004. It was a solid bowling game for Xbox. That's all I
Yo,
have to say about that.
Friedman beat me
Oh.
to it, and he didn't even own an
There you
original
go.
Xbox. What the fuck?
One of my
See?
one of my neighbors had one, so I'd go over and she only had a couple games, and it was mostly just like demos downloaded.
Oh yeah,
but,
remember those
but
demo
her
discs?
and her dad were both really into bowling. We were on the same bowling team, and that was one of the games she had, so we played that a lot.
Let's see here.
I have heard of Blinks. I never played
Oh,
Blinks.
Blinks the Time Sweeper.
Yeah.
Right? Is that what it's? Yeah, that was a fun game.
He was like the Jack and Daxter or
The Jack and Daxter. I
basically
think
Jack and Daxter.
I can't remember if it was a release game or not. I don't think it was. I
2002.
can't remember the release games. Yeah,
well, it has a
that's when the
spread of
Xbox came
dates,
out.
so I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah. Wait. Do we pass? No, we didn't pass. Wait, what is?
Blinks.
Okay, those are Xbox exclusives. Yeah, Blinks was all right. It was basically the Jack and Daxter of the original.
I mean,
Xbox.
he obviously
I don't
didn't have
think
like
it
a
was
buddy, but I mean, it seems like that was the age of let's have this 3D
the
world
third-person
platformer.
platformer. Yeah, exactly.
What is Bloodwake?
Oh, Bloodwake was the boat game.
That's cool. I've never seen that before.
Yeah,
maybe
that was actually
You know
Wait, is that
a
the one
solid
that-
game.
that
Do they have an
tickles my
arcade game
memory.
like this or something?
Which one?
I
What?
don't
They have an arcade game like this. It looks similar. to
Um,
something.
Hydro Thunder.
It looks like the boat from Hydro Thunder, but
It's
probably
basically
But it's got
Hydro
guns.
Thunder.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
So-
it's basically Hydro Thunder, but like with guns.
Tyler,
Actually, yeah.
between Bloodwake and do any of the next 4 games mean anything to you? Because we're hitting my first game that I want to talk about real bad.
Oh, Brave Knight or
No. Do any of those? Yeah, like those 3. Do they mean anything to you?
Absolutely not.
Okay, good. Because Brute Force.
I was gonna ask real quick,
Force.
was Breakdown a game? I feel like this was.
It says
Or
it
was
was
it
an
not?
exclusive game. I feel like I recognize this fist thing, but I don't remember ever playing it.
Yeah, it looks familiar, but whatever.
But anyway,
Yeah, I
Brute
remember
Force.
this game, but I never played it though.
I love Brute Force. It's not
Yeah.
amazing, but it was like the first. So the coolest thing about it was a third-person shooter, but it was pretty. It was kind of goofy, but it also had 4-player co-op split screen, and you played as unique characters with different powers. There was Scout Girl, Sniper Girl, guy who could dual wield miniguns, and Lizard Man.
Wait, hold on, Tyler. Look at the cover art for this game real quick,
Yeah, I see
and
it.
tell me the girl in the middle does not look like a low-res Max Caulfield from Life is Strange.
Oh my god! Are you talking about Brute Force?
Yes.
Yeah, we're talking about
Damn
Brute
it.
Force. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
well,
she kind of does.
so this game also had a book.
Smell a lawsuit.
The book was a prequel, and it was really cool. And I always tried to get people to play this game co-op with me, but no one ever would. I think I got Ed to do it like once, and then he had no idea what to do, so he couldn't finish the first mission because he got stuck.
damn.
But this
I'll
game
play
was
Brute Force,
really
dude.
cool. Like, it was honestly a lot of fun to play. And it is Xbox 360 compatible now, which is really cool. But honestly, I would love to even just record like a quickie session of this with co-op, because it was split screen, but it was super fun. They each had their own power, like Sniper Lady. What could she do?
Sniper Lady.
I forget what her power was, but the redhead girl could go invisible. The big guy could take, because everyone carried 2 guns. The big guy could take both guns out at the same time, and the lizard guy had like a vision mode. But it also could, I never could get it to work, but he had like this charge where he could just like insta-kill a guy by just ramming into him really hard and do this like charge attack. But I could never get it working very well. But I thought it was super cool. And like I said, there was a prequel book, which was actually a pretty cool book when I was growing up. It was pretty gory. It was basically the 4 of them attack this like city and just fight their way back and forth across their same battlegrounds over and over. It was really cool. But anyway.
Sounds cool.
I'll
Buffy the
stop talking about
Vampire
it.
Slayer. No, I'm just kidding. I never played it.
No, but it's
now I'm interested though.
honestly, I'm pretty sure Ed had this game because Ed loved Buffy.
Really? Oh,
I'm pretty sure somewhere in Ed's house there's still the whole box sets of seasons of Buffy.
yo, Buffy the Vampire Slayer is a great show.
Actually, a good show.
I never saw
man,
it.
I missed out my entire life. I don't know what the hell I was doing. Probably saying like, "Oh, that show's for girls, man." Oh, wants to watch that show, man. I was missing out. I was a dumb kid. Man. Let's see.
Keep moving.
Cat Cyber Attack Team. What a game name.
Oh Jesus.
Oh God, the box art.
Oh, I just saw a game that wasn't an exclusive, but I remember there's a funny story about it, but I'll save it for the multi-platform episode.
Multi-platform.
Honestly, I'm not seeing anything.
See, that's what I'm saying. We're not gonna see shit until we get down to H.
Conquer. No. That's okay. I see another one right after Conquer. Conquer, I never played.
You
but
want to count this?
What?
It's not like. Well, no, I can't remember.
Wait, what do you mean?
Isn't this a remake?
Conquer?
I never. Yeah.
No,
isn't
it's a
this
sequel.
remake of the?
There was Conquer on N64.
Oh, it is a sequel. Okay,
Oh,
I
I
wasn't
thought you were saying
entirely
the word
sure.
Conquer like CONQUER.
No,
and I finally got them like, oh shit.
The
Conquer.
squirrel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is a sequel.
Yeah. But
Okay.
everyone says it's worse. I didn't actually play it. but
No,
I
this
remember-
game was fun.
Well, I remember playing the demo when you're in like World War II, or when you're basically
Yeah,
doing
the
the
saving-
Normandy thing.
Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure the game changes after that. I think I don't know.
Yeah,
but-
it goes from that to like it's almost original. No, I think it goes from, if I'm not mistaken, it's like original Conquer thing, and then it goes to that.
Well, I
And then you
played the.
start shooting
So I was
stuff.
subscribed to the Xbox magazine, so I got the demo disc every month, and I
Uh-huh.
played that demo a bunch of times, and then I never bought the game.
The game was fun. I didn't play through it, but I had fun. But I never played the original Conquer on the N64,
Me neither.
so I really want to know. And I know, listeners, blasphemy. I should play it probably,
Wait,
or
this
not.
isn't
I don't know
an
how many people has
exclusive?
really played it.
Okay, so
Yeah,
here's a
me
question:
neither.
are we counting an exclusive that only came out on PC and Xbox, or no?
Sort of.
No, because we already passed Cthulhu: Dark Corners of the Earth.
Okay, so I can't talk about Crimson Skies.
I can't talk about Counter Strike.
Oh my god.
Man,
Um,
stop. Who played it
What,
on the
Counter Strike?
Xbox? Who played Counter Strike on the Xbox?
Fuck no.
I watched one of my friends play. Well, it's not Counter Strike 1, but all of the Orange Box for 360s. People do play these games on console.
Right.
Dead or Alive.
DDR. Yo, actually, fun stories about DDR. I remember we used to play a lot of that. Or I didn't. I mostly watched people play it.
I certainly
high
didn't
school.
play it.
I was
Yeah.
very bad, but I certainly played.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yo,
My
that'll
one
be,
friend's really What?
I would say that we would get that, but my goal is to someday get it Connect.
Oh man.
For I'm on solo.
Let's Dance Star Wars, whatever the fuck that game
Yo,
was.
I plan on someday making a video out of that. I've said it for years, but I really,
man.
really want to do it.
Oh man. Okay. So I want to
You
talk
gotta
about
cut in
this.
that one JonTron reaction clip. in the
Yeah.
middle of the
Oh
video.
my god.
So you guys got anything before Dino Crisis 3?
Hell no. Go ahead.
All right, so I've never played Dino Crisis 3.
God damn it, Tyler.
All right, but I got to point out, right? I want to know, I never actually learned about this game until maybe 5 or 6 years ago. Even though the game came out, when did it come out? Came out in Japan 2003. Like, it actually came out pretty early into the Xbox Original's life. The original ones, Dino Crisis 1 and 2 on the PS2, was great. It was like Resident Evil, but with dinosaurs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, jump scares and all.
I just want to say the artwork makes it look like Mass Effect.
Yeah, with the
Mass
guns
Effect.
and the armor and stuff like that. And the
I
ship.
think 3 is where it kind of went off the rails, isn't it?
Yeah, no one played that game. Not a single person, I think, played that game. And it's unfortunate because Dino Crisis 1 and 2 were
good.
amazing. They were so good.
Dungeons and Dragons
that's all I have to say about
Heroes. I don't think I played that game.
So we won't count Doom 3, right?
Hell no, dude. That was on PC
Okay.
first.
Was it on PC first?
Hell yeah, dude.
I couldn't remember.
I only ever played it on PC and Resurrection of Evil.
The Resurrection of Evil was so good.
Drake of the 99 Dragons. What are these game
that's
titles?
another video. So Dino Crisis 3 and that are things that I saw Super Best Friends do video of, and it looks fucking dumb and terrible.
Wait,
Also, that's not an exclusive, Freeman. Wrong color.
Sorry, you're right. I'm colorblind.
Wrong color.
So wait, so we're not going to count Dark Green because apparently on Wikipedia that's PC plus Xbox. We're not counting that still. Because our multi-platform is not going to cover things that are PC. So we might as well, honestly, we probably should talk about these.
So,
Wait, but how is
Morrowind?
Crimson Skies
Like
still
Morrowind?
not...
I thought Crimson Skies was Xbox exclusive.
It was. So what is happening? Why does it say it's not?
Like last time I checked, it was.
I mean, it's
like that was a lot of the
no,
reasons
screw
why
it.
people
We're
got
talking
Xbox
about it because
Live.
you know what? Screw
You
it.
want to talk about Crimson?
Yeah,
talk about Crimson
dude,
Skies,
I love
dude.
Crimson Skies. I did a Let's Play of that game. That game is fun as hell. I wish I had more arcade flying games like that where you just fly around in dumb, like it's like if World War II went differently and then the 80s was all about biplanes and zeppelins and shit.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
such a cool game. It takes you through a cool story. It's like cool game. Like you're Nathan and gambles away his blimp and you steal it back and then you team up and you fight Tesla guys and you have Tesla planes and then you have planes with like sick missiles and you can upgrade your planes and the main plane is the sick reverse biplane. It's awesome. And there's
So-
2
Yeah.
books that I
Of
It
read.
looks like
course.
this one is mislabeled because it was only released on Xbox.
Yeah, it was because I remember when I was going to do the Let's Play, I'm like, did it come out on PC? No, I have to do it on my original Xbox then. Or
It's
on
the first
on
Xbox
360.
title to be available on Xbox One. I don't know if that's what's screwing with it.
Maybe because, but it's
I know
fun-
it was on live.
I just read that actually, Freeman. It's funny because it says it was the first game from the original Xbox that you could play on the Xbox One. I swear to God, if they made a sequel to Crimson Skies, I'd be so all over it. That game was so
I'm surprised. I'm surprised they hadn't. Like, it had a pretty decent following because you could play that on Xbox Live, right? If I wasn't mistaken.
Did
it have
Yeah,
multiplayer?
Yeah, it had one.
I never played it
Yeah.
because I never got to play any of them.
That was like one of the few games that people actually played on Xbox Live.
Yeah, no,
that wasn't
Crimson
Halo.
Skies was super fun. Okay, we're gonna check through now. So this dark bluish green. Okay, so we also have to look at. Okay, whatever. We're
Because
just
then
gonna
we
run
would be
through.
skipping.
Complicated.
Yeah, because then we'd be skipping Elder Scrolls 3.
Let's just anything that's greenish or that has the bluish green or the dark green of the exclusive, we'll just look at. Like we can
Bass
even.
Pro.
I mean, we can even click into them because, like, Counter-Strike, who cares? Like, that's not the kind of.
Damn.
Well, no, that's not the kind of thing we're gonna talk about. Like, someday we'll get to a PC episode.
No one
or do
says
years of
Counter Strike
PC.
says yes. That's the best Xbox game.
Yeah, so it's not in the
can
running,
remember.
not worth talking about.
Yeah, let's just move on to Elder Scrolls 3. Morrowind.
Sure, that's. Go ahead, Tyler.
Why, man? It's a good game, man. There's a crab with a top hat and a monocle at the end.
Yeah, platforms was
great, man.
Xbox and Windows, so fuck it, we're talking about it on Xbox.
Yeah, because
Um,
fucking good. Like, I don't think I know anyone who played it on PC until, like, later on down the line when it's like, oh, we can, like, do super mods for this game.
That was when everyone had to be playing it on PC.
So
Yeah.
I played Oblivion first, and
Oh, really?
and Oblivion is probably still in my top 3, if not top game of all time.
Damn.
Then Ed had Morrowind, and he had beaten Morrowind, and I said, Ed, I need more Elder Scrolls. Let me try Morrowind.
Give me the fix.
2 minutes in, I put it down, and I said, I can't play this.
Damn. I mean, was it because it was older? It didn't age well, you think?
Didn't age well. Honestly, it's the same thing I have with like WoW and things like that. Why I need voice acting. I need something to at least tell me the world is alive. And
So
as soon as you get off the boat in Morrowind, but that game doesn't have any talking. Like it clearly isn't going for that. But in Morrowind, you're on the boat. Hey, buddy, we're prisoners. Doesn't this suck? Prisoner, come with me. And then it opens a text box and says, "Hello, prisoner. I'm this, and this." I don't mind.
Hey, man,
I
it's
love
2002, man.
I love reading, but in a video game, I want even just the act of talking tells me that there's people there. Like even right now, I'm playing. I started Let's Playing a 4th game on the side, the one that I was given by that company, Starpoint Gemini Warlords. That game has some spoken dialogue, and then some cutscenes are text only, and it's super disconcerting. Now I know why. It's because you can name your own character, but it's still super weird to have a guy call you on the phone and be like, "Come talk to me," and then you go through a text menu. It's disconcerting, and it's the same thing in Morrowind. It was like, okay, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to play it, learn a different Elder Scrolls. Nope.
Damn, sorry.
I can't deal with this because no one's talking, and it just feels so quiet and alone.
My immersion.
I'm sure for the time. Ed loved this game. I'm sure for the time and for what it is, it's amazing. I'm sure. I followed diligently when they were talking about there was that More Oblivion team where they were going to bring Morrowind into Oblivion, and then they were going to do it for Skyrim, and I'm sure they're all abandoned and half done. But I would play that in a second, because at least it's an engine I know, like Oblivion. I could play that game. But at this point, it's kind of too late. But
yeah, I feel like it's one of those games where you definitely had to like start on it, I guess.
What an important one to talk about. Freeman, you can even chime in on this one.
This game sucks.
Are we talking about Enclave? Talking about Enclave, right?
I'm talking about Exoskeleton, baby.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Fable and Fable: The Lost Chapters.
Yeah, Fable.
So, as someone who hasn't actually experienced the gameplay but has experienced the story, I think it's a pretty interesting story.
Fuck you, Dad.
Yeah,
You piece of shit.
I enjoyed this game enough to bring it back for a D&D game. I wasn't so into gaming news as I was when I was that young as I am now. Obviously, it wasn't as prevalent, but even then, I didn't care that much. I didn't know the stories of Molyneux overhyping this game. I just knew I played it when I borrowed it from a friend, and it was super fun. And
yeah, that's a good game.
It's fun to play. The story's cool. The side quests are cool. Like it's one of those games that has a good amount of content. Like it kind of runs out by the end. You're kind of just going for the end, like you guys even are now in the D&D game.
Yeah.
But the side content, there's like just enough to keep you kind of interested the whole time. And there's a few mysteries. Like Freeman, basically, there's a mystery. I didn't even bother with you guys, but there's a thing where you can hunt down the quote unquote ultimate weapon. It's a frying pan.
Hell yeah.
It's buried at Orchard Farm, if you can believe it.
Amazing. Yo, why can't we
I know,
do
or
this
we're going to
quest?
backtrack.
Yeah, we're backtracking.
But there's a lot of cool stuff, like hunting down all the silver keys, because like I told you guys originally, I cut the number of silver keys for you guys. It was a 5th. Because you guys don't have things like fishing. There's like a fishing minigame. There's digging. There's digging up treasure. There's...
Oh, you saw how receptive we were to the chicken throwing minigame.
Exactly, the chicken kicking. Like,
what do you mean? I love the chicken kicking. Get out of here.
Yo, we all got like
chicken kicking, sir.
I'll go back to kicking chickens. I like Guts will do it.
Probably still there.
Guts will go back to kicking chickens.
No, but like honestly, the game was really fun. It only got better with Lost Chapter. And honestly, if it was a list of favorites, it'd probably be up there. I don't remember, actually, at this point, if it was my top 20 games of all time. If it wasn't, it probably could have been. But I really love Fable. Fable Lost Chapters is a lot of fun. and it is one of those RPGs where you kind of end up with the same build all the time. Like you can, I can go all for skill or all for magic or all for strength, but every single time I would go all strength, and then when I was a monster, I would just buy potions to level up my and or just spam lightning on stuff and walk in a circle around it to get my lightning skill up, and kind of cheese the system. But still, overall, I just love the game.
Yeah, I think Fable is actually, I think it is one of those classics, despite what some people may think. And yeah, maybe, stroking Peter Molyneux's ego from a distance, but I feel like it's one of those games like Fable 1 and 2 that became a timeless classic, and you can pick it up now.
I can't even talk about because honestly, I never finished 2.
No, it was pretty good. I can't say much about 3. I didn't really play 3, but there were those games that you could definitely pick up, and even if the game doesn't look that good, the visuals aren't that stunning, it's still a good game, and even
you
people
can play
who
Anniversary
love
on PC.
Yeah, if you're into high fantasy type games that are all about the adventure,
honestly,
that's one of the games I would recommend.
Yeah, definitely. Freeman, you should actually look into getting Anniversary on PC.
I'd actually
really
consider it because I watched my cousin play through a good amount of Fable 2, and it looks like I'd enjoy the game. It looks really
I'd
fun.
actually love to find out because Tyler and Luigi had already played through the story. It'd be really, really cool to see you go back and play it after I've already run you guys through the D&D campaign to see what it's like on your own and see how things kind of line up. Now, unfortunately, you know a lot of the twists and stuff. But
yeah,
it's
but I'll
still
be excited
fun
to see how it
play.
plays out in the game.
It's still cool to play, and I
Yeah.
did change a few minor things, so it's really fun. Anyway, we'll move on from Fable.
Far Cry Instincts.
I don't even know what this is. I know what Far Cry is.
You don't know?
Isn't it just the original Far
Holy
Cry?
shit, yes it is.
Oh.
Yeah.
This game was so good, and they just Ubi shit all over it.
Oh.
See, this is why
That's unfortunate.
this man. All right,
broke
so
the franchise.
this game was really cool. Do you guys don't know anything about it?
I think I've seen bits and pieces, but I never
Played a bit of
played it.
Far Cry
And I played
3.
3. I played Far Cry 3 and
Yeah,
2.
take whatever you
2
knew
and
about
3.
Far Cry 3, even Far Cry 2. Take whatever you knew about those games and throw it out the window. It's not this game.
Isn't this much
Like-
more of a shooter?
It is a shooter, but on top of that, you play as a guy who gets genetically altered by this mad scientist on an island. And you basically get the powers of the abilities of animals, right?
Weird.
So you can run as fast as a fucking cheetah. You can punch things really far.
Superpower,
Dude,
punch things.
yeah, superpower. I forget what animals, because there's certain trees skill trees that you can upgrade your abilities with, and the whole point of the game was to stop this mad scientist from making all these chimeras, essentially. Basically, stop him from doing
Every
that Shao
time.
Tucker shit. Yeah,
Every
And-
time it's, hey, you did
That
this to
Shao
me, you
Tucker
can't do
shit,
it to
man.
anybody else now.
yeah, but man, it was so cool though. You could run and you can jump real high. You can punch people 2 miles away. And when Far Cry 2 came out, I was like, oh man, I can't wait because
And
I
then it was
played
totally
through-
different.
Far Cry Instincts, and they turn it into this oh, you have malaria, you gotta take malaria pills, your guns break, which I liked. I
I
like
didn't
that
mind
mechanic.
2
I
until
hate
2
that.
starts the second map, and I'm like, fuck you, I have to do
Oh, yeah.
everything again.
And then Far Cry 3 and Far Cry 4, they just started.
Same game.
Yeah, and I was waiting because the first Instincts is one of those came out during the times of very linear shooters,
Mhm.
right? And I was like, oh man, if you could run fast and jump really far in the first person, the sandbox environment, that 2 had, I would 100%
Yeah.
love this game, and they just didn't do that. They
You know
ended
what
up,
that game's called? When we get to the 360 episode, Crackdown.
oh my, I mean, a much better game. But we'll get there.
Tyler,
We'll
we'll
get
play
to the
Crackdown
360 when
3
we get
co-op
there.
when it comes out.
Yo,
You
I'm
gotta get that
ready.
Xbox so we can do
Ready.
Crackdown 3.
Yeah, I know.
You think I'm kidding?
No, I agree with you. I want an Xbox.
Worth talking about, not for either of us, but just in general, Forza Motorsport launched one of the most successful racing franchises of all time.
I'm not gonna lie. As a Gran
yeah.
Turismo fanboy, I do still like the Forza series. It's really
Forza's good.
Dude, Forza is the winner, clearly. I mean, that's not even me
At this
saying
point.
I like Xbox. Like,
Earlier on, I'd give it to Gran Turismo, but they've been shitting the bed
Definitely.
lately, and
No,
Forza's
but-
just been getting better with each release.
and Forza,
No.
honestly, dude, like, the fact that they've managed to split it into two franchises almost, like the Arcady Horizon and the more serious
yeah.
Motorsport,
Yep.
and they're both really good, apparently.
I just want to know why did Forza succeed when Project Gotham was also a thing?
I don't know.
Like, that was one of the great mysteries. Like, Forza came out, and out of like all, like, me and my friends, when we were big into racing games, like, it was Gran Turismo 3, right? And then Forza, and we were playing that, and then Forza came out after Project Gotham, and like, we were deciding which one was better. And then, like, after a while, like, no one really heard of any of these games, and then Forza just kind of came out, and Project Gotham kind of died.
Maybe it was the licenses. Maybe Forza just had better licenses.
I could probably see that.
What is it? Porsche unveiled their newest car during the E3, I think, because they were
Wow.
partnering for the new Forza game, which is crazy.
Yeah,
I think it
Gran
was something
Turismo's
like that.
gone, man. And it sucks, because I told you guys I went back to playing Gran Turismo 4? Or
4 was
5?
the last one. 4 was the last one for PS2.
What
Yeah.
what do PlayStation players go to for racing? Do they just kind of do like, is there one-off racing games that they just play?
I mean, Gran Turismo's been the headliner, but it hasn't been that good
Yeah.
since like 5 shit the bed.
Oh, yeah, they
Um,
tried doing, oh my god.
I mean,
Or
you have to
what
play like
was
Need
that?
for Speed or other
No,
games.
no. So Sony tried pushing for PlayStation Plus. Oh, man, this was a big deal. Why can't I remember Drive Club?
Oh yeah, that game.
Do you remember
Yep,
that?
Yep, the one.
And that
the online
that
one that
literally-
was such a snafu.
Yeah, it shit the bed.
Mm-hmm.
Drive
quite
together,
violently.
win together. What the fuck?
What?
Freeman,
You
did you
like-
forget about this thing?
No, because I didn't play it.
Oh man, I heard about this.
Yeah, it was. Wait, we're still talking about Drive Club.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. That was just terrible, and like
Yeah.
even the game, like I downloaded it, and the driving was just terrible. I'm like, I'd rather go back to Gran Turismo 3 on PS2.
It's like driving guild battles. Is that what this is supposed to be?
Yeah, essentially. I don't want
Regardless,
to talk
we're-
about it.
yeah,
It's
we're
just
getting off
depressing.
topic.
No, off topic.
Yeah,
You know what is
but
on
Forza
topic?
Motorsport is good. Fusion Frenzy?
This is one of the games I actually played.
I like Fusion Frenzy, man. That
It
game
was
was
good. For the time. It was good.
For the time, it was good. It
Fusion
didn't age
Frenzy
well.
is goofy as hell. It's Mario
It's so
Party
goofy.
with like
Without
parkour.
the Mario.
It's like the parkour age Mario Party.
It took
Yeah.
me. I took me forever to remember what this game was until I clicked. I was like, is this the game? Is this
I
the game
played
that I-
demos of this game from the discs so many times. I never actually owned it, but I would play like the running up the pillar, dot jumping and ducking, the ball bounce thing. It was all just
Yep.
Mario Party, but I didn't
Yeah,
have Mario Party.
This
so I don't
was a
really know.
release game. This was definitely a release game.
Definitely.
100%.
Yeah,
Had
I
to
remember
be.
that. I had some
Release
fun
games
with
are
it.
either absolute trash or like Smash Bros. Melee.
Yo, I remember Shrek. We didn't get there, but Shrek though. Shrek was a release game.
Really?
Yes.
Was it really?
We'll get there though. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Can't
Um,
take-
going down the list, I'm seeing things to talk about later.
Greg Hastings tournament paintball.
Greg,
Get
yo, that was a fun
Get the
game.
fuck outta here.
I don't even care,
Oh,
man. That
man.
was a fun game. Are we there yet? We're there.
We're there.
That's
We're
right.
there.
Half-Life 2.
I don't care, man. I don't give a shit.
Go ahead, Tyler.
Right under that.
Oh
game,
my god. Oh, the vapors. Oh my goodness.
It's time for
Halo,
Halo 1 and 2.
Combat Evolved
Halo Combat Evolved.
and Halo 2.
I mean,
Oh man.
it's probably gonna come down to one of these, but we'll see.
I already have my decision.
Wait, hold on.
I
So the real question is, which one do you prefer?
can't answer that until the end.
Yeah, that's a man. This is a sensitive topic for both me and Tim.
So
No.
the question isn't what's the best Xbox game. The
No,
question
I
is
know,
Halo 1 or Halo
Freeman,
2
I
is the
understand,
final
but that's actually part of my discussion later for the end.
Okay.
So,
All
because
right.
obviously both these games factor extremely high and are major
So do we want to?
effectors on the voting. So
So do you want to skip and come back to this series?
no. We can talk about the series now.
Okay.
One of the most influential shooters of all time, and in my
Of
life, and
all-
probably Tyler's life.
Of all.
Dude, I not
so
gonna
many
lie,
afternoons wasted. So many.
I have the only gaming memories I'm probably ever seriously gonna have with my dad, at least. My brother, I have a few others, but me and my dad played through this campaign on Legendary together so many times, and there's so many instances of me like running ahead and leaving him to die and laughing like a maniac as my dad's like, "Tim, what are you doing?"
And you're gone.
and
you're gone.
I just remember racing warthogs, like
Trying to snipe each
Tyler,
other.
remember
on
at the
coagulation.
maw?
Oh, man.
Tyler, remember on the maw when there's that loading screen at the top of the hill, where if you're doing co-op, whoever's in the first warthog teleports the other guy onto the top of the hill. But if they're really vindictive, they can turn around and run back and teleport you out of your warthog.
Yeah, that's some fuck shit.
Tyler, you
That was
actually get what I'm
terrible.
saying? That's like that shit is like magic. I remember my
Fuck
dad
shit.
doing that because I would almost always be in first, and I'd teleport him to the top of the hill, be like, "No, you're getting back here. We're gonna die together." And he'd turn around
and then the
jump
timer
down
runs
the hill.
out, and you're
And
like,
it's
"Well,
Dad, you got us stuck." And he's like, "I don't care. You shouldn't have teleported me."
damn, yeah. See, that's that shit."
And then I like run for the warthog that he got teleported out of, and then he shoots me in the back, and I'm like, "Oh, fuck you, Dad." And then I
Yo,
spawn and
co-op
punch him in
sessions
the back.
in Combat Evolved always end with
With
someone killing the other person. Though.
And then
Always.
it's just a 2-minute war of spawn melee the other guy in the back, spawn melee the
Oh
other guy in
my
the back, because that was
God.
an insta kill. So it's like
Yeah, that
punch
was a-
dead, punch dead, punch dead.
I was just about to comment on that. I'm like, that's all you do. That was the most fucked up thing because I don't even know. Because they didn't program like the real friendly fire until
Nope.
2, I
it was
think.
always you would always kill the other guy, or when you
Just one
accidentally stick your co-op partner on the face and it's just blue screen for them. And then they explode.
Yeah. Sticky, man, I also gotta say, Combat Evolved was one of my favorite campaigns of all time. Like, I
Yes.
can't think of. There's only one level I didn't like,
I'm
and
gonna,
it was.
I'm gonna guess it's
Yeah, go
not the flood. It's the one in the swamp. Is that
You're
the one?
close.
The first one with the
No,
flood?
the one after that. The library.
The library. You're right. The library. The worst one.
Yeah, the
worst one.
library was absolute shit.
Dude, if you want to see terror, watch the Let's Play I did where I had to go through that on Legendary.
Oh God.
Legendary co-op of that without mics because I was doing it online. That game,
Good
Damn.
Lord.
dude, that level's
Good
brutal. That was the
Yeah.
level I dreaded going into that Let's Play, and
Yeah, that wasn't good.
the level before. I always remember, Tyler. I don't know if you ever noticed this, but if you played the level, do you remember the name of the level?
343 Guildford Spark. Yeah, I know all of these fucking map names.
Tyler,
I know them.
I don't know if you've ever reacted when I make the reference 1,000 times. When
Probably
the monitor
not.
at the end of the game is talking to you, I am shocked. Almost too shocked for words.
Oh my God!
I
I never
say that-
think about it.
Tyler, I say that all the time and no one gets it.
I don't think about it.
It's because
like
it's so
one of my
ingrained in my mind to say that.
I don't know why. Like all the other, because I went back out of all of them, right? I never
Now I'm gonna
replayed
notice
the
them.
Maw, right? Yeah, I
Mhm.
know. Sorry, Freeman, we're going off. But I mostly
no,
played.
it's fine. No, I'm just saying. Now I'm gonna notice this every time you say this, Tim.
It's
'Cause
Right.
I wasn't listening to this, but now,
yeah. Every
now
time.
I'll notice.
What was it? I think I mostly played Truth and Reconciliation, and
Really?
yeah, I don't know why. I really like
Dude,
that.
on Legendary, that's like
map.
the second worst level because the hunters when you teleport up into the ship are.
Oh my
so
God,
brutal.
they're hard. They're so and there's so many because
Here's
you
the other
fight the
thing.
hunters before you get on the ship.
At that point, I was playing single player Legendary, so as soon as I die, the whole thing's over,
Yeah,
and it was
Yeah,
almost
you gotta
impossible.
start-
It took me hours to beat.
yeah, that's
that.
a hard level. I like it though. I like the transition that you
Oh.
go from
Sorry,
forest
no, go ahead.
ship. No, that's pretty much it.
I was going to say what I was originally going to say about 343 before I got off myself on a tangent. If you play on easy, there is a door that is unlocked that isn't unlocked on higher difficulties, and you can finish the level faster. Do you remember that?
I actually didn't. I never played the game on easy, honestly.
I believe no. I played it. I played it on everything, but I remember distinctly sometimes when I was lazy, I'd be like, oh, let's play the game on easy, run through some levels, and there's a door right after you let the flood out, like on the ground level, that is open, that isn't open on higher difficulties.
Is that one of the slidey doors?
One of the weird, like, kind of
the blue doors.
Yeah, the little
blue,
wall doors.
Oh, you know what? I always wondered that because I always walk past and I'm like, there's clearly a path here.
Yeah, one of them is open on easy, and I think on easy single player there's a shotgun at the crashed pelican at the start, whereas on higher difficulties there's not.
I see. Man, all you needed was the pistol. Best gun in the game. Best fucking gun. It's a sniper.
So good.
And it's stupid powerful.
I remember on
Wait, the sniper pistol?
Yeah, you fucking zoom in with it. It has a 2x scope on it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was Freeman. The pistol has never been the same since that game.
No, they had to nerf it into oblivion
because multiplayer is busted. It's basically a sniper rifle. Like you could, it was supposed to have explosive rounds. You could take down a Banshee in like 2 clips.
Yeah, it was really.
I remember it's like 5 shots in, you start seeing the smoke popping off the pylons on the edge of the Banshee, Tyler. Pew, 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 and then you just see it explode on that last shot.
Yeah.
And then the crash of the Banshee just crash.
Even dual wielding in Halo 2, the pistols were not good.
Not even almost.
They weren't even
why not
good.
Use an SMG, dude?
Yeah, if you wanted to dual wield anything, it was basically that. It was basically just. But then you had a plasma pistol in 2.
Yeah.
Oh. I guess you could have done it in 1. I guess 2. You did the plasma pistol combo.
Yeah, but in 2, it's so much better because you can have SMG plasma pistol, which was so busted against elites because you just charge up, blast, and then just a quick burst of the SMG and they're dead.
Nah, dude, I had a problem. I had a problem in 2 because.
Are we just, are we just fully transitioning to 2 now?
I think it's a good transition. I like this. I like this transition. And it's Halo 2 is a very significant game for me, right? Not like almost on par with Resident Evil 4 because this is the first game I really started delving into online gaming.
I was gonna say
the first game, and it opened my eyes to a whole new world. And I got so much better than my friends because I played online against a plethora of other people.
It's like when Leslie complains about how good me and Freeman are at Magic.
Yeah, and that knowledge, and like that's what I learned too, like as a person, right? Like, you know, like having friends is great, but meeting new people, it is. Having friends are good.
Tyler, in my head, I heard my sentence that I made up for you was, having friends is great, but learning to dumpster those friends in video games is even better.
But actually, though, that's basically what it boils down to. That's the more savage version of like what I was gonna say. Basically, like it felt good. Like all my friends, like, well, man, fuck you, man. You're not even. Fuck you. I'm like, hey, I just play online, man. I don't know what you want me to do.
Dude, I'm just online. I'm real good.
When you hit them, when they don't even know what the RRX is, and you're like, what the? How'd you shoot that BR so fast? And I'm like, you gotta learn it, dude. Nah, then I would teach them, but then I don't know. They never really used it as much
because they didn't have to hone their skills.
Yeah, like what was really good? The plasma pistol, BR, anything with the burst rifle was really good.
It's like when
the BXR.
I know I'm going back to Halo 1, but one of the coolest things I ever did, it was my birthday, and we had I think my grandpa had passed away, or it was actually in college. Maybe it was something. No, it was something else. It wasn't then. It was back in like high school or something. I had I had an Xbox and Ed had an Xbox, or someone else did, and we had like 2 copies of Halo. We actually system linked 2 original Xboxes to play Halo one time for my birthday, and it was so cool to have like 7 people actually running around Blood Gulch. That's
always what I wanted, and it was. I wanted a LAN party so bad.
It's forever, but dude. I wish we had like the 3 of us, and then like let's just clone each other, and we'll just take 3v3, and we'll just do LAN party because
that was the best part of playing Halo in our graphic design class junior year. It's just everyone in the same room playing together.
Oh my god, so many people running around Blood Gold. I remember one time in senior year when we all had our laptops for college. Everybody came over to my house or Ed's house, and we did like 1 or 2 games of 8-player Empire Earth. I think you
Nice.
might have come to one of these, Friedman.
I went to one, but I didn't have my laptop yet.
Oh, okay. Because it was like me, Alvin, Ed, Geltzer, Pranav, Shreyas. There's a throwback name for you,
Oh
Friedman.
man, I haven't heard him forever.
That we had like 8 people with computers, and we all played Empire. And it was like, this is the best thing ever. And still didn't get topped.
man.
So.
Yeah, me and my friends were doing that with StarCraft 1.
Yeah, I wasn't into StarCraft until 2 came out, and then I wasn't into StarCraft anymore after that.
I don't blame you.
But
Should
Halo
we-
2.
Yeah, Halo 2.
Sorry, that's what we're supposed to be talking about. That the campaign was so radical because you didn't even realize, right? I didn't even realize. I remember distinctly. The first time I played, I had no idea I was the Arbiter anymore. I thought, oh, this is
Really?
a cool cutscene about the Arbiter, and then I thought I was still Master Chief, and I'm like, oh, I cloaked. Am
Oh.
I the Arbiter? What?
You're the
That's
Arbiter.
crazy. One of the biggest negatives for that game for me, though, was the fact that you finished the game as Arbiter.
Yeah, I mean,
You didn't.
Oh, well,
beat the
'cause you
final
wanted to
level
finish
as
as
Chief. I wanted to finish as Chief, dude. He's the main character.
he has the main character. I'm surprised they did that split. You know what though? I will comment on this. If they had anyone else outside of Keith David doing the voice for the Arbiter, I wouldn't have cared about the Arbiter. I really don't give a two. But like when they're like, "Oh," I was like, "Wait a second, wait, that sounds like the guy from Pitch Black." Oh, because
it
it is. Oh, yo, I like him, and that's literally the only reason why I still like Arbiter to this day.
Damn.
All right.
It's true. I think he's useless, man. Well, he's not useless. You
Let's
know what I mean.
let's leave Halo
Yeah.
behind because I'm sure we'll talk about it again at the end.
Yeah.
And let's
Most
talk about
likely.
another fantastic game called Jade Empire.
Oh shit!
Oh,
I
yeah,
never
Let's
played
play
that
this
game.
as well. This game was great, and I'm super sad that BioWare never came back to Jade Empire. Freeman, do you know anything about this?
I have no idea.
I
just
also
know you
don't.
read it.
You
So
can
this is,
enlighten us.
this is actually the story I was running Val, Leslie, and Luigi through before either of you joined the group before Leslie left for her internship. This is the story I was running them through. BioWare made a Chinese mythology RPG.
Interesting.
It had active combat, not turn-based combat like KOTOR.
Oh, cool.
So you're like doing martial arts moves and like chi styles where you like shoot energy and suck energy out of people and shoot fire punches and do like sick flips and kicks and stuff. It was the storytelling was more simplistic. But if you ever hear Val, Leslie, or Luigi mention like Master Lee, that's where this comes from.
Oh, that's what
And
they're referencing.
yeah,
Okay.
this story was honestly a ton of fun. Like mythological dragons and like sucking the souls out of gods and stuff like that. This game
Sounds metal.
is probably in my top 20. I
Really?
believe it was in there. It's a lot of fun. I am really
Yeah.
sad there was never an actual sequel to this game because it had so much potential.
I'm surprised because this is
Like,
like
it was
out
like
of all the Xbox games like that came out,
Mm-hmm.
like the original Xbox games. Like I remember this getting some decent popularity.
Yeah, it's one of the ones that people are still like, BioWare should bring back Jade Empire.
But they're not because it's
No.
not.
And I don't want them to anymore, honestly. But
You think this is too long or
no, BioWare.
just BioWare?
Yeah,
in
that's
general?
the way they are.
Also, I forgot to mention, it was steampunk Chinese mythology.
Oh.
Oh, that
So-
sounds a lot cooler now.
Imagine, like one of your companions is a guy who never goes into combat with you, but he owns the airship you use to fly and sends you on like missions, and there's machines and everything like that.
Oh, that's cool.
It's very cool, Freeman. You should try watching the LP a little bit. I really did love this game. It's a lot of fun. Back to the list.
Oh, Jet Set Radio Future.
I
Jet
played this
Set
game a
Radio.
little bit, but I sucked at it.
Yeah, man.
But it did come with
me
my
too.
Xbox along with Gran Torino 5? Some racing game. came with it, and this.
I forgot. Oh yeah, this definitely wasn't a release game as I thought it was.
But it was a bundle game for me. I got it. I remember getting it with the Xbox on like a shared disc.
Yeah, they were literally like throwing this game out because like
okay, here it is. It was added alongside. Wait, after the game's initial release, it was added alongside Sega GT 2002 onto a single disc and bundled with new Xbox systems.
There you go.
Looking back, it's a cool idea, skating around and graffitiing stuff. But honestly, I just never got that into it.
The skating was very difficult.
Yeah, it was not an easy game if I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can keep going.
I'm looking at everything that has color at all, just in case it's like.
Right, same. I'm
King
not.
of Fighters. I don't know anything about King of Fighters. Legend of Spyro. There was a Spyro game on this. Holy smokes! Oh, that was the dumb little baby Spyro game.
Yeah, you don't want that one. No, nothing.
When Spyro was dying.
Yeah, nothing past. If it's past Year of the Dragon, it ain't good. All right, I'm saying it right now on the podcast.
That came out on everything under the sun.
What the
Can't
fuck
talk about
is
that.
Magic the Gathering Battlegrounds.
Oh my god!
How is this?
I don't even know what this is, dude.
All right, time to talk about it. I found it. You guys gotta talk about it.
Okay, all I see is overview. The overall design of Battlegrounds differs significantly from that of the original card game source material. Goodbye. Real-time combat. Nope. No, this is totally different.
Already gone.
This seems like it's that D&D thing that's like the third person action-y top. It's kind of like an arcadey game.
Yeah.
That seems like Magic the Gathering Battlegrounds is.
Gotcha.
Don't really care. Oh, yes! Time to talk about Mech Assault.
I was wondering. I was like, are we going to talk about Mech Assault?
Yeah, dude.
What was this
I
game?
can't wait.
Robots, dude. Come on.
Robots. It says that... Wait a second. It says that the second game is available on 360, but I'm...
Oh, this game looks cool.
So Mech Assault was Mech Warrior simplified down for the console. And I fucking loved this game. Both of these games were super fun, stomping around. Like, honestly, I would credit these games to some degree with my interest in mechanics and robotics. Stomping around in mechs, especially when I was trying to... This was also, if you'll think about it, when I was into Gundam Wing. So this was building my fascination with robots. Stomping around in these mechs, charging up your lasers and shooting missiles, and just like the fact that you could destroy buildings by running into them repeatedly.
That's awesome.
Was like the best thing ever. I've wanted to do Let's Plays of these games for so long, but getting them to record, like the second one has compatibility issues with the 360, and the first one just doesn't record off the original console, and it just doesn't seem to work.
Damn, time to get an original Xbox.
Well, I have one. I have Ed's, actually. I have Ed's on mine, and neither of them seem to work.
Strange.
And there's no emulators for it that work. And it just really sucks, because these games are really fun. The second game had more mechs, and the ability actually to go outside your mech and drive some tanks, and also get into this little power armor that could hijack enemy mechs. So it's like, oh, I gotta steal an enemy mech. Well, I'm just gonna take this guy. It had like the jump jets, and lasers and everything. It was so much fun, and the story was kind of cool. And in the second game, you actually jump around from planet to planet, whereas in the first game, you're stuck on one planet. But it was really fun, and the fact that you could like unlock new mechs, and in the second game, you could actually pick what I forget it. I think in the first game you could too, but at least in the second game, you could pick what mech you wanted. It was super cool. I loved the Mech Warrior games. They were tons and tons of fun.
I don't know why I never got into them. Like, I always knew they were there, but never really got into them.
Metal Wolf Chaos. I never played, but I watched the Best Friends Let's Play of it and this game is one of the funniest looking games I've ever seen. This game was made in Japan, and it's the goofiest freaking thing ever. It's absolutely hysterical if you watch, even not a Let's Play, not even a Let's Play, but just a video of that game. It's really funny. It's From Software. From Software
From
made
Software.
a mech action game with terrible Japanese translations
Amazing. I wouldn't expect anything
and
less.
the goofiest voice actors ever. Like
Which game is this though?
Metal Wolf
Sorry.
Chaos.
Oh, Metal. Oh yeah.
Because I am the president of the United States of America. Like the guy uses that as his battle cry, and it's hysterical.
Freaking From Software. I bet they didn't even know that they were going on to make like Dark Souls either.
Not seeing much in the ends. Lots of sports as usual. I'll probably forget, just in case I forget, NHL Hits Pro. It was on Xbox and PS2 and GameCube, but I'm kind of just going to say it now. That game wasn't an amazing hockey game, but it was kind of like the NFL Blitz of hockey games. And me and my brother would play that, and you could check people through the glass really easily. So we would just slam each other off the ice constantly, and it was hilarious.
I'm seeing another robot game from Software. I think this one was Japan only.
I have no idea about it.
Murakuma Renegade Mech Pursuit.
I've never
They
heard
were
of it.
really big on these battle robot games before they became the developers they're known as today.
I'm going to skip down to...
Oddworld Munch's Odyssey.
I didn't play... I played like a demo of an Oddworld. I was actually going to say Otoji.
Otoji?
I did not realize that From Software made these games, but I played a demo of the original Otoji on one of those demo discs. That game was really hard. Obviously now apparently it was a FromSoft game, but I kind of actually wish I could go back and play it now, although I highly doubt it's playable.
Oh yeah, I forgot Ninja Gaiden Bless.
But I played the demo of this, and it was actually cool. It was just very, very difficult, and young me couldn't crack it.
Yeah, I forgot the Ninja Gaiden. Was it Ninja Gaiden?
Oh yeah,
I think that was.
Apparently, the new Ninja Gaiden was on original Xbox. No, it wasn't.
Yeah,
it came out on. It was re-released on PS3 and then Vita.
Yeah, so it was originally on the original Xbox.
Yeah, that's a weird jump. Xbox to PS3 to Vita.
That's really weird.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because the one on PS3 was Ninja Gaiden Black. I remember that.
But then Black got released on Xbox
Vita.
as well.
Oh, did
look,
it?
it's right under it on the Xbox list.
Hey, look at that.
Anyway,
That's weird.
But we didn't play it, and apparently, I don't think it wasn't great.
I played Black or whatever. I played it. That game was hard.
Oh,
I
Panzer
never played
Dragoon
Oddworld.
Orta.
Yo, wait. I'm trying to remember if I played that game.
I don't
Hold on.
remember. I think I played a demo maybe, but this game is famous for being one of those really good games that was a sequel to like a Sega game, right? It
Yeah,
was published
I never
by
played
Sega.
it.
The original was from
Dreamcast or something.
Yeah, Panzer Dragoon was on like the Saturn. But yeah, that game was supposed to be pretty solid. I think it's one of those rarer games to get. I don't know, but I know Happy Video Game Nerd talks about it all the time. Have I heard of Phantom Dust before?
Yo, I love this game so much.
I have to chime in also.
What?
Oh yeah,
Dust?
have you played this
Phantom-
game, Tim?
No, I'll chime in after because the game right above it, I did play.
All right. So
Yeah,
the
both
game,
these games
so
sound
I'll
like
be
JoJo
real.
abilities.
Objectively, Phantom Dust is like not a good game. I'll be honest, it's not a good game. In fact, I think the only way me and my friend Dan found this game, we were in GameStop one day. We're like, we got nothing to do. Let's pick up a random title we've never heard of before and let's play it.
Baby.
Oh no.
So we picked up Phantom Dust for like $3 from GameStop, and they're
Hell
still
yeah.
selling the original Xbox game. We got back, and man, it's one of those linear mission type games like Crisis Core. If you guys have ever seen, Freeman might know. I don't know.
It sounds familiar.
You're talking about you
Or
took Crisis Core for PSP?
Yeah, for PSP or 358 and a half days. the
Yeah,
Kingdom Hearts game.
yeah.
It's something like that, right? Where you get
Oh,
dropped
no.
into one of the 3 maps, and you use cards like attack cards. But man, I don't know what the deal was because we played it for like a good 3 or 4 hours,
Yeah.
and were not tired of it. And this game was supposed to have a sequel to come out exclusively on the Xbox One, and then it got dropped.
Damn.
Oh, right, that's
Yeah.
the one. That like
Mm.
they showed the preview of and then got canceled almost immediately.
Yeah, and me and Dan were super hyped because we loved the original Phantom Dust. Even though it was so lame because it's not like you went to too many places. It only had 3 levels.
Mm-hmm.
And you find out that it cycles maybe if you played an hour into the game.
Mm-hmm.
So there wasn't a lot of originality. The game, like in terms of scope, there really wasn't a lot there. But I don't know. For some reason I had an unreasonable amount of fun playing this game.
I do want to chime in about Phantom Crash,
Okay.
another mech game.
There are a lot of mech games on the original
Honestly,
Xbox.
I just picked it up because mechs. But this game wasn't very good. It was basically this really hinky-dinky arena shooter where you happen to be a mech, and it was always just like a one-on-one. You kind of customize your mechs, but it's one of those games that took a long freaking time to level up.
Mm-hmm.
It was okay. I had fun with it for a little while, but I just got tired of it because it was. I just even then I didn't want to grind that much. But it was cool. It was a neat little mech game. One I'm okay never going back to, though. Quantum Redshift. I don't know if you want to talk about Project Gotham, Tyler, but Quantum Redshift, I remember seeing that cover, and I probably playing a demo. It was like the hover racing game of the Xbox. It wasn't amazing. I don't remember much about it, but meh. I saw the name and I recognized it.
Yeah, right. I mean, I'm not going to talk too much about Project Gotham, honestly. It's like it was a game I played. But like I don't know, like that was still during the time when I was like, I'm gonna go play Gran Turismo 3, or whatever weird underground racing shit that I was playing before. I can't remember. I don't know. I was into buying these racing games from Japan on a modded PS2. Don't ask me. It was a weird time in my life.
Everyone goes through that phase. Some people do that. Some people watch gratuitous amounts of shitty anime. It happens.
Yeah. Wait, I'm trying to remember. I didn't play this game a lot. Oh no, I guess it came out for both the PC and the Xbox.
We're getting to some stuff in the
Psychonauts.
S's.
What's in the S's?
Just keep chugging through. You'll see.
SeaWorld, Shamu's Deep Sea Adventures.
There you go.
Yeah, right. Oh, hey, we made it to Sega GT. There's Serious Sam. I never liked those games.
You got a little while to
Shin
go.
Megami Tensei 9.
Are we? Yeah, so are we talking about this?
Talk about
'Cause
what?
I don't even think it got to America.
Which one?
Shin Megami Tensei.
No,
Sorry.
I don't freaking care.
Persona.
Well, it's not Persona. It's the series that spawned Persona. But I'm surprised there was an Xbox
Gotcha.
version because it's been like almost exclusively alternating between Sony and Nintendo. Sony and Nintendo.
Sony.
I said Sony. Sorry, Sony and Nintendo. Jeez,
Sony.
I'm losing it.
Is that the merger when they merge Microsoft Studios and Sony Computer Entertainment?
Yeah, something
God.
along those lines. Jeez.
Silent Scope, Sneakers,
Shrek
Also,
2.
Spike Out. Are we there, Tyler?
Are we there at Shrek? Wait, no, we passed. We had to
Oh,
have passed
no.
Shrek.
Because Shrek wasn't exclusive.
That's weird. I thought it was.
It was released for GameCube as well, but it came out like a year
Wow.
later.
Beautiful.
I'm just waiting for my chance.
I'm still not seeing. I feel bad now.
You'll see it. Just keep going.
Will I see it? Oh, I don't know why I didn't fucking think of this.
Yep.
Freeman.
Here we are.
No, I know where you're at. Freeman. No, we gotta wait for Freeman now.
Are we in the Star Wars section already?
We are.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, so I own.
There we go. We made it.
Did I never play Star Wars Obi-Wan? I never played Star Wars Obi-Wan. Holy shit!
That game looked like shit. I'll be honest.
Yeah, you know what? It received mediocre views. It's gonna. Yeah, I'm never gonna play it because it's a piece of shit. It sounds like, but
Yeah, see.
KOTOR 1, KOTOR 2, Jedi Academy, and Republic Commando. Even though I didn't play, yes, I did. I played all 4 of those games first on the original Xbox.
Oh, nice.
Those games are all great. None of them are gonna win.
Why.
None of them are going to win because they all got way better with their PC releases because modding
Damn.
for KOTOR, Republic Commando is just a great game that has some problems, and Jedi Academy is fantastic as well. But again, all of them are better because PC. even with how hard it is to get these games running these days, they're still better on PC. And I feel like it's cheating when I've mostly played them on PC to have them win an Xbox category. But legitimately, all of these ran fine and controlled fine on the Xbox, except for maybe the KOTOR games. But even then, the controls weren't that bad. But Republic Commando, Jedi Academy, and all the Star Wars games, really. But those are the 4 that it lists as exclusive to console Xbox. So that's why I cheated and talked about them. Because Star Wars.
It's fine. It's fine.
Steel Battalion. The game I always wanted to play and never got to.
Never played it. Oh, hey, look at that. More robots.
There's like this aesthetic to Xbox games. They all have this.
Well, it was also robot
two-legged
time,
robot on the
man.
front screen.
Wow, this got weird reviews. Out of 3 reviews, a 6 out of 10, a 35 out of 40, and a 9.5 out of 10. The
Huh.
hell?
That is all over
Conflicted.
the place.
I always just wanted to use this controller. I just forever. Like, this is like building your own arcade game, but it's
Oh
just too
man,
much
that
money
looks
now.
cool.
The Kinect one is trash. But I always wanted to play this game. That's it. That's all there is to it. I thought the controller looked sick as hell. Actually, I'm going to also sneak in Star Wars Starfighter because there was a special edition for Xbox. Boom. Had some extra missions. That's why my Let's Play is of special edition. And people are always like, why? Because it had bonus stuff.
Was that actually a thing? I'm looking at... I was trying to remember because I've seen the name before. Stubbs the Zombie.
I recognize that name too. I was just looking at it. I don't remember anything about it, but I've definitely seen the name Stubbs the Zombie before.
Rebel without a pulse.
I like how at
That's
the
a
corner,
hilarious name.
the top left corner says built with the Halo engine. Damn. How much help did it
That's
need?
true.
It needed so
Holy
much help,
shit,
I
that's
guess.
That's funny.
It got some decent reviews, like above average.
Yeah, I feel like I heard decent things. I just never ever played it.
Yeah, me either.
I remember the cover of Tao Feng Fist of the Lotus. I remember this angry dude. I don't know anything about the game, but I remember angry dude on
Holy
the
shit,
cover.
Oh yeah.
I remember that cover. We're almost done. Thief
We
Deadly
are.
Shadows is much more of a PC thing. I also never played it.
I feel like any of the Thief games are more of a PC thing.
I didn't play Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 on the Xbox. That doesn't count.
Two
There's a
X.
Toe Jam and Earl game for the Xbox. You guys don't have to comment on that. I was just like, what the fuck? Like,
Oh.
super old game, Toe Jam and Earl.
You know they're making a new one? They advertised it during
What the actual
SGDQ.
fuck? What the hell?
Also, we
I mean,
forgot
whatever,
to mention
man.
in news, last week was Summer Games Done Quick.
Oh, yeah.
Watch it on YouTube. As always, there's some sick stuff. I already watched the Star Wars run, the one Star Wars run they did this year.
Nice.
Unreal Championship 2. I have the box behind me, actually, because I'm still unpacking. I literally have it in the box.
Oh, wow. Was this an... This
I
was
never
an...
got to play it
oh,
online, though, so it kind of sucked for
was.
me. But it was
Yeah,
one of
because
those-
everybody was playing Unreal 04, that's why.
Yeah.
Everybody's still playing Unreal 04 right now. Everybody's still playing Unreal 04.
Unreal 2 The Awakening counts because it only came out on this... Okay, Unreal 2 The Awakening was actually super fun. It was the first... It has the honor of being the first Let's Play I did directly for the Timpedia channel instead of on my old channel.
Oh, shit.
I thought this game was actually really fun. It was basically a single-player take on an Unreal thing where you have all the Unreal guns and everything, and you have your own... It was almost kind of RPG-ish. You had your own ships. You had your own, ship, where you would talk to your crew members a little bit. You could get weapon upgrades. Every mission usually unlocked a new gun and a new ammo for like your grenade launcher or something. There was a grenade that basically in like your second mission you fought these little spider monsters, and then like mission 8 your mechanic made a grenade out of them and you could launch a grenade and then it would explode into a little spider monster. Or no, it was like its own goo gun that made you could either shoot goo or shoot a pot of goo that spawned a little spider. That's what it was. But then there were also these, my favorite thing ever, and one of my favorite memories of gaming even, was you had these defense missions where you had turrets you could set up laser barriers, and you could order Marines to guard different entryways and stuff. It was actually tons of fun.
Interesting.
I played those 2 defense missions like crazy. I loved them.
I
So
gotta
the game's not
say-
fantastic, but it was a lot of fun.
Whatever happened to the Unreal franchise?
It turned into an engine.
Yeah.
I know. Obviously it
No,
turned
but
into
I'm
an
not
engine,
even,
but
I'm
like,
not even kidding though. It was mostly
Yeah.
to show off the engine, and they just don't need it anymore.
yeah, I know. But like, I remember Unreal 3 was like semi-popular.
I
Quake
can't go back to
semi.
play Unreal Tournament anymore because the controls on console don't mesh with the way that they do
No,
like
it's
modern
not.
FPS. Like I can't control shit because it's like
Oh, I know what happened.
the
now.
old
I think
the
I
old
know.
movement style. Like your left stick wasn't up, down, left, right
Oh
view.
God,
Nah,
it was
so
now I-
bad.
turn
Now
left,
I
turn right,
remember.
move forward, move backwards.
Nah, because it became Gears of War. That's right.
So Tyler,
show
I'm
off the
looking
engine.
ahead. Is there anything else other than the crappy Yu-Gi-Oh game that we're not going to talk about?
Damn, yo, was it 1000 something?
The Dawn of
I forgot what it
Destiny.
was called. Yeah, I played that game. That game was garbage.
Tyler, are we going to talk about anything else, or is it time?
No, it's time now. Yeah, Dawn of Destiny was fucking terrible.
Not even.
All these games sucked.
Not even going to play. Just it's time.
It's time. All these other games were trash.
Okay, so Tyler, we have to have a
Yeah.
frank discussion about whether Halo 1 or Halo 2 wins this.
That's fair.
So, all right, Freeman, I want you to count us down. And Tyler, you came into this knowing what you thought was going to win, right?
Yes.
All right, Freeman,
So I'm gonna count you
you're
down.
going to count us down, and we're going to both
say.
say 1 or 2. When you say go, it's going to be 3, 2, 1, go, and then we're both
All right,
going to
you got
say
it.
1 or 2,
All right,
Okay.
you guys ready?
and then we'll see what
Yeah.
happens.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
2.
2. Wow, I was not expecting that.
Really? Oh, you thought I was gonna say Combat Evolved?
No, I wish I could say Combat Evolved.
Oh,
Because
Yeah.
in gaming history, 1 is more important to me and gaming history. But as much as 2 had technical problems and some of it wasn't super balanced, like dual wielding, even just SMGs was busted. Like if
Yeah,
you
that
could
was
keep it
dumb.
on target, you could shred anything.
Sword was dumb. Sword was not
Yeah.
balanced.
But online console multiplayer couldn't really exist without Halo 2. I don't
Yeah.
think.
They really defined it.
I think Halo 2 defined the original Xbox more than the original Halo did.
I agree, because you know what though? Like, because even Halo 2, people still played Halo 2 into Xbox 360.
That's
Yeah.
and that's big.
A lot of
like-
people just love 2.
Yeah, and oh my
I
god,
remember when Halo 2's servers were going to get shut down, and there was that whole campaign to keep people online.
yeah, with the
Wasn't
long
that
And
like
it lasted
lands
like
and shit.
it was like over a week before the last guy ever logged off. Or it was
Yeah, I
even
do
longer than
remember
that, but
that.
it was guys who just left their Xboxes on playing Halo 2 together because they didn't want Microsoft to shut the servers off.
Oh man, that got me emotional, because it was
Yeah.
like, because Halo 3 was coming out. It's like, but Halo 2
No,
was
3
so
was out
good.
before 2 got shut down, didn't it?
No,
Really?
I remember this.
No.
Yeah, no, I
You're
remember
sure?
this.
No, let's fact check this.
You want to we can fact check.
No, I'll
Okay.
do it while you guys talk.
Yeah,
Well,
that's what I remember. But yeah, but that was one of the biggest things. Like all the other games, right? Like that you'd play online, like Crimson Skies,
Mm-hmm.
even games on PS2, like SOCOM. All those games never really held a candle to Halo 2.
Mm-hmm.
And Halo 2 just like it had really good controls. It was all very tight. The maps were phenomenal. Even by today's standards, I think they're some of the best multiplayer maps, except Warlock. Even though it's the most balanced map, I hate that map. That's just my own opinion, though.
I don't know them as well because I didn't play 2 online. But even
Warlock,
without that, just from
Yeah.
a impartial point of view,
yeah, it
2
did
just matters so much more. Like
much.
so many of these other games that we talked about, I love, like Fable, Mech Assault, Crimson Skies, Brute Force. Those are all games I loved, but only one
didn't-
series has really survived from the Xbox franchise.
Yeah, no,
and it's
and
because
it's still going.
it was so successful and so important.
Yeah, and
I don't
it was
know if
Halo.
Call of Duty could have gotten so successful on consoles because that was a PC game.
It was.
Yeah.
And I think Halo 3 really paved the way, and Halo 3 wouldn't have been nearly as big if 2 hadn't done as much.
Real quick, Halo 3 came out in 2007. The Halo 2 server shut down in 2010.
Boom! I knew
Really?
it!
Yeah.
What the fuck? No
Jesus,
way.
Tyler.
Because we stopped playing forever ago.
Tyler, no
What
no
the
way.
hell?
I definitely remember.
Okay, maybe I'm thinking of. Okay, this is the last game we'll play before Halo 3 comes out.
Probably.
Maybe that's what I was thinking of. Okay.
It was like, let's put
I'm
let's put the Xbox away and take out the 360.
Yeah. Well, no. Well, was it Yeah.
Wasn't
Well,
there something about
I still
migrating a
played my
live
Halo
account
2
over?
though. Huh?
Wasn't there something about like migrating your live account to the new Xbox 360 Live or something? Or am I
Yeah,
crazy?
you could still. Yeah, you could still. I played Halo 2 on my 360.
No, but I mean, didn't you have to like stop playing on the original Xbox or something? I don't know.
Honestly,
I'm
don't
probably crazy.
remember.
It's fine. I'm probably remembering wrong because I didn't really do Xbox Live on the original Xbox.
Yeah. That was the only game I played
Yeah, I wish,
on Xbox Live. That was literally the only reason why I had Xbox Live was so I could play Halo.
I think if you are ranking it for me, like, because this is what because I realized I said this to you two last week about the GameCube. It's not about what your favorite is; it's about what the best one is.
Yeah, the best one.
And
Yeah.
I think Halo 2 was the best game on the original Xbox. It's harder to justify one or something else.
Like one's
because
really good,
one
but
is
like
fantastic. One is the
that
game.
Xbox Live though, that Xbox
Yeah.
Live really brought the Xbox out of man. Because I'll be
Hell,
honest,
even more than Sony's, like even more than anything on PS2. Not even even as a guy who played Xbox, I don't remember hearing anything about people playing PS2 games online.
yeah, like
It was
I mentioned
Halo
earlier.
2 is the online console game.
It was like Final Fantasy
Yeah.
11 was it. That was
Yeah.
it.
And that wasn't the
Oh,
same. That
there
was
was
an
also
MMO.
SOCOM. SOCOM was like remotely popular, but it like I said before, it didn't hold a candle
No.
to what Halo was, not even close. Like there was like a small community that like really liked SOCOM,
Mhm.
and like I remember when Killzone came out. We can talk about this next week, but like that was supposed to be the thing, but it's like you're not gonna beat Halo 2. Like
Mhm.
Halo 2 already has the community established. It has this great online multiplayer that was even for the time had really solid matchmaking. The rating system was kind of busted. It took forever to like get out of like the 20s.
Mhm.
But yeah, like I don't know. I feel like Xbox really wouldn't be where it is right now. Not even that's just Xbox. Most online gaming services wouldn't be where
Certainly
it was
on console.
Yeah, at least on console, because PC was kind of established with Unreal 4 and like CS,
Yeah.
right? Like you had those
Exactly.
games, but for establishing a console shooter, a competitive console shooter, like that was Halo.
I mean, it also says something that I'm pretty sure the only console multiplayer thing that is even close to an esport these days is Halo, not Call of Duty.
oh,
Wait,
like
really?
right now, or
Yeah, right now.
oh, I haven't been following FPS.
No, I know. I haven't either, but like I have an app that I use to track LOL news, like LOL scores and stuff. And if I open it, there's probably a Halo League and a Call of Duty League, but let's see, Counter-Strike, Overwatch, Call of Duty, Super Smash, Street Fighter. Halo's not even StarCraft, Hearthstone, Heroes.
I
of
say
Steel. I
which
guess
one
it's not
gives
even on
out
here
more
anymore.
money?
I guess Halo's not on here anymore. Maybe even Halo's dying
Fucking
off.
Call of Duty. God. But then again, like I don't know. I'm kind of like that old school
Mm-hmm.
multiplayer gamer because like I'm not a fan of the amount of options you get in Halo now. Like I was a
Mhm.
lot more fan. It's like okay, everybody gets a
Totally
VR.
agree. Totally agree.
Yeah.
That's why Halo 3 was my jam.
Halo
You
3
just
was
spawn
good.
with whatever gun the mode. That's why I hate, like, loadouts are fine in Call of Duty because that's what Call of Duty did. Halo, I hated when 4 had loadouts.
Yeah.
And Reach.
Or you mean
Ugh,
Reach
yeah.
started with Reach?
Ugh, get out of here. You're not Call of Duty. The whole point is we're like doing a Quake-like thing where you spawn and go. I don't give a crap
Yeah.
if you don't know where the sniper rifle is. You fucking learn because someone else is going to get there and kill you with it, and then you're going to go, there's a sniper rifle there. Not, oh, do I tune my which skill perk do I need for this loadout for this map?
Yeah,
It's like,
I
no, you
wasn't a
know
fan
the
of
map.
that.
That's it.
It's nothing but raw skill and, like you
Mhm.
said, knowing the map and where all the power weapons are.
You
Like,
can't
and
look
it's not
up.
like it's unbalanced.
You can look up where guns are on a map, but you never actually know it until you go there. You can look up a perk thing and be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and actually, was it at least playing Halo really got me into wanting to learn a lot more about level design because of how symmetrical everything is.
Mm-hmm.
And but at the same time, like it's symmetrical on a design level, but when you start breaking it out, branching out into the artistic vision that it is, it's like, oh, it doesn't look very similar, but if you were to gray box everything, it's like, holy shit, actually everything is the same. It's very symmetrical,
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't look that way.
Yep.
And I'm like, man, that's the kind of shit I want to do.
It's a really tough and impressive skill. To be like, this is the same without feeling like it's the same.
Yeah.
Because that appeals
I
to
miss
both
that.
sides, because if it's the same, that means, oh, on a competitive level, no one has a real advantage. But on
Exactly.
a enjoyment casual level, oh, wow, I get to run around this map. Look at this alien part. Look at this tech part. So cool.
Yeah. I don't know if they kept that because I never played Guardians, the new one.
I don't even care.
So I don't. Yeah, I wouldn't know.
Honestly,
Like I
don't
know
care.
in 4 because I played some online. I really didn't like it, but I know they at least tried to keep some of their original Halo design. You know what I mean? Like at least for the maps.
Hell, that was why Blood Gulch was so cool, because you had a tunnel to each base.
Blood
Take
Gulch
the cliffs
That
off to the
man.
right, or the
was
caves
so
down to the left.
good. That's like one of the best maps of all time. And Beaver Creek.
Oh,
Beaver Creek was one of the best maps of all time.
Beaver Creek was a big one at school.
Beaver Creek is good. Lockout on Halo 2 is amazing. It's probably I think that was one of the MLG maps too.
Mm.
Lockout was just so good. Except it wasn't equally balanced in my opinion which is odd because one side had a higher height or better height advantage over the other.
Mm-hmm.
So if you got caught in a crossfire with another team, like one side had more coverage, but the other side had a bigger height advantage, which kind of helped out a little bit more, in my opinion.
Beaver Creek, though, you mentioned, and now I'm thinking about
Yeah.
both teams spawn in the base. I remember doing it at school. Both teams spawn in the base, run outside, and within you go around a rock, and bam, someone's in front of you.
Yeah, you
Yep.
try to go up to a fucking rocket launcher on the
you're
big
so
ass
dead.
log.
It's shot
Yeah.
from 5 directions at once.
Yeah, basically. It's always a fight for that rocket launcher, always.
If you take the cliffside path, you're a little safer, but if you try to climb up the rock from the river, you're just donezo. Anyway,
Yeah,
we should probably head towards closing.
closing, yeah.
Yeah.
Halo 2. I don't know, what
Halo 2.
what was your thing, Friedman? I know you only played like a couple games, or
Dude,
Not
all
all.
I played was like Halo 1, Halo 2, and that shitty Mario Party ripoff.
Fusion Frenzy?
Yeah. And then I played,
Yeah.
yeah, that was it.
Tyler, if we
Damn.
had to do 2 and 3 like I had you and Friedman do last week. Obviously,
Yeah.
2 is Halo 1.
No, 2 is Halo 1. My third one?
Mm-hmm.
Shit. Give me a second.
You gotta
I
think
like-
about it.
Yeah, I have to think about it. There really wasn't a lot on Xbox that I supremely enjoyed or like really played through. Where I was like, man, this game's amazing. You know, it'd probably be. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. It's Fable.
Yeah, for me, it's probably Fable. I have in the running, obviously, like the games I was really passionate about, like Crimson Skies, Jade Empire, and Mech Assault. But if I had to pick one of those 4 that I really like, I'd probably have to say Fable, because Fable did a lot more than those 3 going forward. Like, obviously, it turned into 2 and 3, and even with the Molyneux effect wearing on later, you can't deny how awesome and impressive, looking back, Fable 1 is. If looking forward from Molyneux, it's like, oh, this was a huge lie. It's not nearly as much. But as someone who wasn't part of that hype at the time, it was really important and really fantastic. I mean, there's a reason I'm running you guys through the story because I played it so many times. I know it so well.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's finish up. Do we have any follow-up to last week? GameCube?
The GameCube.
Someone enjoyed what we were talking about. They were nostalgic and they were talking with their friends about it.
That's okay.
That's nice.
I mean,
That's
I like
nice.
starting
That's
discussion.
That's nice.
We're here to instill nostalgia with
Nice.
this particular topic type, so I think it works out.
I got
gonna-
nothing for the GameCube
I'm
in
just
general,
gonna-
though. I got none.
Yeah, no, me neither. Q&A, nothing. So closing. I highly recommend you guys both go see Spider-Man because
Oh, yeah.
Val and I saw
Leslie
Spider-Man
and I-
Homecoming yesterday, and just spoiler, it's really good.
Yeah, Leslie and I think, might be planning to see it this weekend.
I was gonna say not tomorrow because tomorrow's D&D.
Yeah, tomorrow's D&D.
I'm hearing 50-50 on it. Either people really love it or people are just, they don't give a shit.
I really don't
Really?
understand how you could have that reaction. Honestly, not even as like a guy who loves the Marvel movies, which I do, but I really find it hard to believe there's so little there for someone. That seems weird to me.
I don't know. The two people I've spoken to who didn't like it, they did say they liked the originals better. So I honestly don't know whether I should trust their opinion or not.
Maybe they don't
Yeah,
remember
my-
the originals that much.
My one buddy who's a big Spider-Man fan, like, he reads all the comics, and he was like, yo, he's like, you gotta watch this one because it's the only good one. I was like, Jesus.
Wow.
It's the only
That's
good
pretty
one.
good.
Damn.
That's pretty heavy.
He's like, finally, what was his status? I think it was like, finally, a good Spider-Man movie. I was like, holy shit. And he's a stickler, too. Like I said, he reads literally all
I was
the
going to say,
comics.
for someone who reads a lot of the comics to say something like that, that's pretty good.
Yeah, so I think that's what pushed me. Because, like, I was like, how do I feel about seeing a new Spider-Man movie? And I was like, maybe. And then he said that. I
don't know if I would have seen it on its own because I didn't go see the Garfield ones, but the Marvel, the whole cinematic universe pulling it in thing really did it for me. And it's one thing I'll say that's not a spoiler. It's not the Tony Stark show like people were worried about.
Oh, really?
It's not
Okay.
let's go watch Iron Man babysit Peter Parker all the time.
The problem is a lot of the promo material makes it seem like it's going to be
and I know
bad.
that's
Yeah.
exactly why I'm saying that because it is not the case.
I figured.
Okay.
Because
Yeah, that's what I was hoping.
Yeah, it is not the let's go check out Iron Man hanging out with Spider-Man. It's not Iron Man 4. This is Spider-Man. He just says hi to Robert Downey a few times. He's in like maybe 5 minutes of the movie total.
Damn, that's really short.
But yeah, so
That's enough for me to definitely go see it.
But
I kinda
Freeman,
wanna
what
see
else
that.
Oh no,
Yeah.
you know what? Go ahead. I'll just keep
No,
going.
no, I feel bad because shit. No, Freeman, go. No.
I was just gonna say let's
Yeah.
do weeks real quick.
Yeah.
What we're doing next week?
Yep.
So I'm closing in on the end of Persona 5.
Oh shit.
And-
yeah.
I'm getting to the point where so the opening of Persona 5 starts at the end. In the beginning of your tutorial mission is you're on your final mission, you get caught by the police, you get arrested,
Mm-hmm.
and the police are like, yo, someone on your team sold you out. So I'm going into this one mission, and the person reveals you're gonna be breaking into a casino, and you're like, oh shit, that was the first level. And everyone's like, this is it, we gotta work this out, we can't get arrested. And you're going into this mission knowing very full well it is going to fail and someone on your team is going to betray you.
Oof.
So the framing for this game is finally paying off going into the finale. These aren't any spoilers. You'll know this if you watch the first 5 minutes of the game. So, it's so good. I want to get to the end of it so I can stop selling my life to Atlas for this.
That's
But
all.
yeah, that's
Anything
what I'm
else?
doing. Waiting for Doomfist to come out. If he comes out next Tuesday, I'm probably gonna play Overwatch all day.
There you go.
He probably has I don't know if he's gonna come out Tuesday. He probably has one more week on PTR before they release him. It depends on whenever that Summer Games patch drops, but that's what I'm doing in terms of games. I ended up buying the first Dresden Files book because I want to return the book, but I didn't have time to read the chapter this week. And it's also early in the week. I'm probably going to read a bit on Thursday because I'm trying to not just play video games all week. But I will.
Okay, we're gonna play Magic on Thursday.
Oh no, I shouldn't have said it.
Yeah, Magic.
I'm never going to read this book.
It's okay,
But yeah,
we'll
we'll probably record at
next
some point.
week.
Oh, definitely.
Oh.
We have a week from tomorrow. tomorrow, Thursday.
You mean Thursday?
Yeah.
Tomorrow, Thursday. Oh man, I'm ready.
Barely
I can't
over
wait.
a week until Woods.
I know it's gonna be
Until-
like bringing like 50% stuff for the trip and 50% like just Magic cards and board games.
Hell yeah!
Cabin in
Board
the
games
woods.
and Magic cards, dude.
Now I feel bad because I don't have any new paper decks. We've just been playing online.
Yeah, but that's why we're playing different decks online, so we can go
Yeah.
back to our OGs.
Definitely.
Tyler, what else you got? Unless you're not done, Freeman.
No, that's it. I'm boring. That's what I'm doing. I might start a bunch of new animes. I'll talk about whatever I watch next week. I'll probably just start watching Ballroom.
Yeah, I want to get some of your opinions because I'm slowly starting to get back into it.
I'll give you the preemptive. This season is trash. There's not a lot of good shows.
Yeah, we mentioned this earlier.
I give you some good recs in the
sorta.
past year or so, but this season's not looking too hot yet.
All right.
So,
Unfortunate.
Podcast. Actually, no. I'll wait until Tyler. Go ahead. Jeez, I keep interrupting. Tyler, why don't
No, you're good. All right,
you
so
do your week?
I'm not doing much. I'm gonna see probably Homecoming at some point.
Yeah, boy.
And I was also thinking of seeing Baby Driver. I don't know. Depends on how much time I have.
I didn't even know that was a thing, and then I heard on one of my podcasts today that that's an Edgar Wright movie, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
might want to see.
Only reason why I'm seeing it, actually.
Wait, hold on.
What?
I can tell something very important is happening in the next week. First of all, it's my birthday on Sunday, and second of all, Game of Thrones comes out on Sunday.
Wasn't this Sunday? I thought it was next Sunday.
No, it's the 16th. I could not forget
Who
that
the
date.
fuck said that we were gonna see it when we come back from camping? Who said that?
Oh no, I just said we would be able to watch Game of Thrones when we come back.
Oh my god.
So like that
Well,
Sunday night, we could all watch.
That Sunday we're
actually.
gonna watch episode 2. Yeah.
Oh snap! We could all
Oh
have a viewing
my
party before Val and I come
God.
back.
Well, actually, no. What time are you guys going back after the camping trip?
Monday.
Oh, good. We got time then.
I am taking 3 days off. I'm working 2 weekend
Nice.
days, so that we can have an extra day out there.
Nice.
Jesus Lord. Yeah, so I guess I'm watching Game of Thrones at some point.
Yeah, if Val
And
remembers,
then-
she'll make me get it.
Yeah, Edgar Wright, Baby Driver, only reason why I'm watching that.
Are we gonna
Outside
start doing weekly Thrones discussions on the podcast?
God.
Hey man, I don't know.
Call it the Throne Zone. Let's do it.
Oh my
Jesus Christ. And you know what? I bought a bunch of comics when I went to this comic convention
God.
last
No
week.
way.
I thought I thought I was gonna be like, oh, it's gonna take me a while to read these. Now I blew through all of them. So now, yeah, I don't know. As for games, what was I playing? Oh yeah, I'm playing a lot of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, so I'm probably gonna play more of that.
Yo, everyone I know is playing this game.
The
What?
game
What
is so
happened?
good
Why did it take off so much?
because
This
it's
is
Get in and
better.
out so quick.
It's so much better than H1Z1. Like everything from the moving to the shooting.
Well, also
Even the
legitimately,
driving.
I think a big part of it is you get in and out of matches. Like as soon as you die, you don't have to wait around. It's I'll go join another one.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can just join another
It's
one.
not like
It's
League or Dota or any of these other games. Like even Overwatch has some delay because when you're dead, you have to stay in. It's like nope, I died. Go through a new game.
yeah, you literally die. Even when like someone, if you match up with a rando, right, you die. You don't have to stick around. You can leave and just go to another match.
That's pretty cool.
I won my first duo yesterday after
Nice.
my friend didn't DC necessarily, like something happened to his computer, and then so I was left alone, and there was still like I don't know 60 people left,
Oh snap.
and I got super lucky, and the circle closed around me up until the end, pretty much when there was like I don't know maybe 10 or so people left, and yeah, I just got really lucky. Sometimes you just get lucky in that game.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're waiting on the other side of this shack because you hear a car coming and you're like, oh man, I'm ready to blast this dude out of his Nikes. Little did I expect the buggy was the Kool-Aid man. He busts through the shack, which I
Kool-Aid.
didn't know you could do, kills me instantly.
Gee.
And that's the experience of PlayerUnknown's Battleground.
Well, I'm gonna do my week real quick because we're almost at 2.5 hours. So,
Holy shit.
honestly, not doing much. I have to work an extra day, like I said. I have to work Sunday to make up for some time because I don't get to have paid time off yet. Yeah, just saw Castlevania and Spider-Man, which I did not expect in the last week. And next week we're gonna probably record the podcast on Tuesday again, if possible. because next Wednesday, my girlfriend and I are driving back to New Jersey to go on camping with these two and Lizzie and Luigi. So we're doing a cabin camp from Friday to Sunday, and we're coming back Wednesday night and leaving and coming back here Monday. So that'll be not this weekend, but the weekend after. But I gotta record and basically it's gonna be recording to try to build up a backlog for the whole time we're gone. But other than that, that's about it.
We might miss a Magic Monday somewhere in the middle there. But whatever.
If we record on Thursday and then record next week, we'll be fine.
I forgot. I also have to do more writing.
Oh yeah, because we're gonna start Tyler's D&D game while we're camping.
Yeah, I'm doing some extra prep work. I've been writing flavor descriptions of things.
Hell yeah.
Well, we're going to call it a podcast here. So until next week, this has been the TNT podcast. Thank you all very much for listening.
Yeah.
We will see you guys next week with the end of our best of the console for that generation discussion. Or no,
PS2.
We have to do two more. So we have to do PS2 and then multi-generation, or multi-platform. So PS2 next week, though.
Yeah.
Where I won't talk again.
My favorite.
But, where I get to talk again.
Exactly. But thanks for listening, everybody, and we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
See ya.